Hello? Testing.
Oh, it's
Testing.
getting my desktop audio now.
Hello? Testing.
Oh,
Testing.
it's
Oh,
getting my
I'm getting it.
desktop
I'm
audio
getting
now.
something. Testing.
Oh,
Testing.
it's
Oh,
getting my
I'm getting. Yep,
desktop
I
audio.
got something.
Okay, cool. So we have
Good.
audio. Rosters still aren't working.
So what order should the rosters be in?
Oh, I got it. Okay. I just still can't save them. Lovely.
Okay, so I guess right now everybody who is watching the stream is sort of scuffed at this second. We have some issues, technical issues, but the draft is happening, as you guys can
The
see.
the left side is mostly correct. Right side is completely incorrect. But
Oh,
it's
so it's
okay.
like names. Okay, so
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of
yeah.
these
It's
names
names. It's
are
names.
wrong, but at least we know the draft for each player right now. And it looks like I wish I could have talked about this a little bit before it happened, but it was definitely a Seraphine ban should have came through. I think Seraphine is very strong on grooming services team, on animal controls team as well. I think that Seraphine's just been a pick for everybody this season. It's got the most picks and plays, and it looks like the Seraphine was picked over. That's most likely going to be a bot lane Dean carry Seraphine, but it was also a very good flex champion. And I just finished my glass of apple juice, and looks like the Victor is getting picked up right now over on the red team,
Oh,
which is
I forgot
Kitten.
to.
What? Kathy's Kittens, I believe, is on the red side, correct?
Yes, I will leave it as Blue All Stars until I can
Yeah,
fix that because that's really
that's
funny.
fine. Okay, so we do have Kathy's Kittens on the red side, and it looks like Victor was their first choice for their mid laner lock-in, which is a very strong champion. I'm a big fan of playing Victor. And Kaisa comes in also. So it looks like we do have our two carries already decided by red side. And let's see what the grooming services is going to be doing about that, what they think is going to be a good choice into Victor in the mid lane, and if the Kaisa and Seraphine matchup is already the two carries. I do recognize is yeah, I was about to say the Udyr is up, and I'm not surprised it wasn't banned, but I'm also wondering if it was going to get through. Is that is a Ziggs lock-in? Okay, so we have a Ziggs, which I would believe would be mid lane Ziggs. It looks like they're going to be taking top laner here. So it looks like the three carries have been decided for Kathy's Kittens. Um, that's crazy. I honestly was the Ziggs pick. I guess it's probably pretty strong or good into Victor. I assume it's probably just a good farming matchup for both of them.
It could also be a Ziggs bot flex. I doubt it, but it's possible.
Um, yeah, I guess it's
Oh, there we go. Okay.
possible.
Assets are correct now. Let's fucking go.
Okay, good, 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 because I was getting concerned.
It's been a while.
Uh,
Sorry, folks, if you're here. I do apologize. But we should be good. Mordekaiser blind. I don't love it. Hopefully they ban some stuff that's good into him.
I do not love it either.
Now,
The Leona.
one thing that is worth mentioning, unfortunately, that's not Kathy unless she joined their call. That should not be Kathy.
So Kathy is not playing tonight.
Kathy's not playing, unfortunately. She has something that she needs to do.
Are we aware of who the sub is?
It is Will
Oh,
playing
okay.
support, and it's Jackson playing mid.
Okay, okay, that's not bad. Seeing the Lilia, which is actually a very strong choice for against Udyr. I think Lilia is pretty decent into it due to her movement speed on her passive to be able to kite out Udyr for most of the fight. So it's a pretty good choice. I think that's something we would actually like to favor sometimes whenever we would let the Udyr through, but it does get banned against us.
Alright, third time's the charm, I hope.
Looks like it's going to be a Fiora matching the Mordekaiser in the top lane. And Drago is playing today?
Should be, yeah.
Okay, so Fiora top lane into Mordekaiser. So it looks like we do have all of our carries decided, our junglers decided. It looks like we're just getting a final support pick by Will, if that is Will in the support position. It's like Kathy's Kittens wants to leave their counter up for the support, and it looks like this is going to be an Ashe Seraphine bot lane. Very annoying. That could go both ways too. It could be carry Ashe, it could be carry Seraphine. They're hovering the Pike, and it looks like they will lock it in. So it looks like we are going to see uh, Kaisa and Pike in the bot side with Mordekaiser top lane, Lilia jungle, and Victor in the mid lane on Kathy's Kittens. And then it looks like on Grooming Services side, we do have the Fiora top, Udyr jungle. Potentially, I do believe that is a Ziggs mid with the Seraphine Ash bot. Not too sure which one's going
That
to play the
does
support.
sound correct. With KGS, it's impossible to know who's playing support and who's playing APC with that match. With that,
Yeah, that matchup can go both ways. Jonah, literally watching from my bed because I have work at 6 a.m. Well, thank you for stopping in, but go to sleep.
true. All right, I already have the draft invite. These folks are moving fast. How do you feel about these drafts, though? Like, I'm curious.
So, I do think uh Kitten's grooming service definitely has a very strong draft that they like. They have the Udyr, they have the Seraphine Ash bot. Just though, and I'm actually pretty sure I've seen Joel play Ziggs before. So I think they got a very comfortable pick. Um, I do like Kathy's Kittens draft though. I do think that the Lilia is a good counter. I think Kaisa is a very strong champion to deal with Udyr, to deal with actually really to deal with their team. I think that even Fiora, who likes to stay on top of her target, is going to have a harder time staying on a Kaisa. But the downside here is that I think Fiora beats Mordekaiser pretty hard later. I think Mordekaiser is going to be really stand out of trying to take someone out of fights late game. And it's not going to be Fiora. So as long as they can find ways to deal with that and they get some good early team fights, I think Kathy's Kittens has a very strong draft as well. It's just there's a lot of comfortable picks that I'm aware of. That's on Kittens Grooming Services that I've seen them play before that they've absolutely decimated on. But for the most part, I do think both of them are strong.
We will swap to waiting just so we can see some stuff. If it'll work. Oh boy, I love OBS.
Pathetic.
There we go. Okay, but that's not working. Oh my god.
So as you
We're
guys
just
can
gonna
see
go
in the
back to this.
standings, okay. I was gonna just,
My bad.
you're good. You're good. I was looking at. Wait,
Oh
I thought
shit.
Jackson was on Janley's.
He is,
I'm.
but he is subbing for them.
Yeah, he is subbing. We do have a few subs coming in over on Kathy's tonight. It's kind of sad to see. This is everybody is very aware that this is a do or die moment for both teams. Both these teams have had to face the wrath of the Silicats and have been put into the losers bracket of the playoffs. And this will decide who goes on and who guarantees themselves the third seats or the third place slot for the season. So this best of three is very important for both teams. So it is kind of sad to see anybody have to play with subs right now. But just like we have also known that we are pretty dang good with subs as well. So hopefully the subs can come and perform and do their duties and keep everybody strong. So that way they can be picked up and be on main rosters next season. I have heard that depending on how things go, because we do have a few months before next season, that we might raise the amount of teams because we have ended up with a lot more people than we did when the season started.
Don't mind me just trying to figure everything out.
We're having a little bit of fun over here, guys, on the OBS. So
I love OBS.
no
Where's
judging.
Jacob when you need him to help you?
Yeah, Jacob, where are you? I use Streamlabs when I stream.
I would too.
Yeah,
I vastly prefer it.
Streamlabs. Yeah, it's a lot more organized in my opinion. So let's crack open a Verner's while we wait. For those of you guys that do not know what a Verner's is,
Oh my god, I don't know what I did, but it's working.
it's a ginger ale.
Let's go.
So here we are looking at the champions to watch. I do think that this is a complete lie because none of these champions are being played right now.
Correct.
But these are the champions that they are known for to have very strong KDs. Under the key players we have over on Grooming Services team, we have Dean. Dean did get MVP of the 80 carry role, and he has 157 games played with a win rate of 54%. KD8 2.89, and champs played out of all those 157 games, 59 different
I
champions. Now
have a
this could be also
very spicy update that I will
okay.
not leak until game starts.
For the key player on the other side of the matchup, we do have Hong Baba. This is another great 80 carry player. A little bit of fewer games, better KDA, and a better win rate, and close to a little bit lower than for the number of champs played. But do not let that fret. Both of these players to even have over 100 games and have over a 50% win rate is really good. Looking at the matchup of junglers here, we do have this is if you guys look at the bottom here at the 4-1 and the 1-4, this is specific matchups against each other. Um, per this season, I believe, or in general. But I do believe it is this season, is it not?
For
The
this,
4-1.
yes, this is season. I don't have any of the
Yes.
new season
So it looks like
stuff.
that through these matchups that as they faced through the normal season, I do believe that Kathy's Kittens has only taken a game from them, and wasn't that a best of one too, or no?
No, I
Oh,
believe they took. Wait,
I think Kathy's Kitten's the one that beat him in once though,
no, that
wasn't it?
was Mimos.
Oh, okay, that was Mimos. Okay.
Yes.
Either way, so as we said before, good win rates on both the 80 carries. The junglers who have faced each other, it's been pretty, I'd say, one-sided, other than one game for the win rate. But that is not to say that these games have not been close. These matchups um, have come down to the wire. Sometimes we have these kind of games that happen where sometimes they get close to one team winning and they barely lose, and it can look like a 2-0.
Oh
But
my God.
if you don't watch the games, you really don't know how close that series was.
Okay, so we're just gonna deal with this because Dean's website is broken. But
Okay.
I will leak it now since game should have started about 2 minutes ago. It is Lilia top Mordekaiser jungle, and it is actually Jackson playing jungle. Sam has swapped to support for this game,
Oh, okay.
which I think is actually really exciting. I have yet to see Sam support.
I'm actually more excited about the fact that we do have a Lilia versus Fiora because I think Mordekaiser has a really hard time with Fiora.
The
So
Sorry, go ahead.
I was really gonna say that I really think that's a good choice. Even if it was Mordekaiser top originally when the Fiora got locked in, that was a good idea to throw that in the jungle instead.
Yeah, I
I,
for sure agree there. The other thing that I think is worth pointing out is that it is Dean support on Ashe.
ooh, okay, so we do
So
have a lot of swaps here. So Sam and Hong Baba is crazy. They play on a team together.
yes, but
Meaning they play on a team together.
okay, that didn't create the champ assets. Love that. Whatever. We will live without them. We should be getting into game here in a few seconds.
Adjust my microphone to get a little bit closer to my face so that way I'm not yelling.
Yeah. Apologies to everyone for the technical difficulties this game. I will hopefully have it figured out for next game. It will be a little bit scuffed for right now.
That's all right. We are now looking at getting into this game pretty soon here. We didn't put a vote up. I don't know if we even have permission to do that, but
No, neither of us are admins, so we cannot do that.
well, we're
Make
both
us both
fired.
admins. Thank you very much.
Make us, yeah. If we could please, if everybody could get a request in for us to be admins, that'd be great.
Slideshow is broken again.
They play for a team together, like for their college. Ooh,
Yes,
okay.
they do. Play, or they used to play. I think Sam graduated, but they used to play on UPenn Esports.
I don't really know how big. I mean, I know college League of Legends is big for a lot of the bigger universities, but I don't know how big it is for smaller universities.
Yeah, I don't know. UPenn, although it is pretty small, is an Ivy League, so I would imagine their esports scene is doing pretty okay. I do have another update that
Yeah.
I forgot to mention. It is actually another role swap. We have Eric on the Ziggs mid and Michael on the Seraphine bot.
This is a very interesting role swapping we're dealing with in the losers finals matchup. Let's hope these pay off. This is a high risk but could be high reward game.
Okay, we are finally in game. I will swap screen for you first, my valued co-caster.
Yes.
Oh, well, we already have a pause.
We have already.
Wonderful.
Looks like there's a restart on one of the computers. We're not going to be restarting the game. Do not worry, folks. But this will put a small little pause for the game. Hopefully, not too long. So as we said, the matchups and the players have kind of changed around a little bit. We are dealing with the Fiora versus Lilia top, the Mordekaiser versus Udyr jungle, Victor into Ziggs, and Seraphine into Kai'Sa with Ashe support against the Pyke support. We are noticing that Kai'Sa is running cleanse. We have what seems to be, yes, 2 teleports on on blue side. We do have the bot lane carry and the Ziggs rocking the teleport, while on the red team side, you only have a Lilia teleport. So this means the Victor is going to be going for a lot more Ghost Flash type playmaking, and the Kai'Sa will not be matching the Seraphine with teleport. She'll be playing more for the cleanse to deal with the Ashe Arrow or the Seraphine ult, most likely to get herself in better placement anytime there's a mistake made. Very honestly needed.
I'm a little bit
From
worried about
Kai'Sa.
what's going to happen in the jungle. You have Mordekaiser, who is already a pretty useless jungler, playing against Mason, who is one of the most well-known invaders of the server.
I think Mordekaiser has a very strong clear. Um, Ganking potential though. The downside here is I don't see very many areas to gank very well. There's not much for CC on the team unless somebody sits in a Victor's W or the Pyke pole. That's all I really see. You got some slows, I guess, from the Lilia and the speed boost. So it's going to really come down to Mordekaiser is going to probably be playing for counter ganks or just waiting for the team fights to break out, or if somebody overextended way too far, I guess. But it's really hard to see where Mordekaiser's ganking potential is in this kind of game. Most of the time, you're going to be playing for lanes that have strong CC if you aren't someone who has a lot of crazy CC abilities or gap closers. And Mordekaiser does have a pull, but it's pretty easy to predict if you watch him walk up to you. So I'm excited definitely to see what could happen. But if I was Mordekaiser, I would definitely be going for strong clears here and hope his lanes can sustain.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here.
How do you for
There we
anybody
go.
watching and including my co-caster, how do you guys feel about the buffs to or sorry, the nerfs to invading jungle next season?
As a former jungle main who has been forced to switch to support, I don't love it. I think it's taken the skill expression out of jungle even
Mm-hmm.
more than they did when they did the smite changes. Although I'm gonna shut up here because it looks like we are getting a 5-man invade top. They might be looking for Mason. This is one of his
You
favorite
also
roam
want to
spots.
put the items back up.
Yes.
Okay.
There we
Looks
go.
like they are going to be coming for the invade. Udyr does see a couple of them. Looks
They
like
will
he's
get
going to
him
get pulled
here.
back over, and
Okay,
that is
that
a first
was
blood over to the Lilia. Wow, that was honestly, I can't believe that he just accepted his fate. I guess he must have only saw the Pyke and thought maybe the Pyke was coming for a ward, but seeing a
he
Pyke
also does
topside,
not have flash.
that's true. That is a strong play. I don't like seeing the Lilia not back here. I think Lilia could back and get some boots or
Yep,
something, but
boots. She might even have. She has 400 gold. Okay, I was saying she might have treasure hunter or something like that, so she might have extra gold, but she doesn't. So that's not a concern.
all right. So we are coming into the time. Looks like the minions are coming down the lanes, and Udyr is actually starting this on a ward, so they are going to have a proper awareness where Udyr is at in the beginning of the game, which is kind of nice to see. Hopefully, they're all paying attention to the mini map and seeing that. Looks like Mordekaiser will be starting bot side and Udyr will be starting top side. That's good for both of them to try and guarantee they get a scuttle, because they will most likely not meet during the scuttles and just take 2 different sides of the map. Let's just hope the laners can keep track of where the enemy junglers are going to be. Looks like we get a beautiful pull over here and get the flash right off Ashe right away. Beautiful start for the red team. I actually enjoy this early look at the game. Looks like Fiora's getting some good spots to hit on her vitals there, getting a lot of damage off early, forcing the Lilia back to back up a little bit.
Yeah, that's about what I'm gonna expect from that matchup. Drago is a very aggressive player, and he's playing into Chris, who is, from what I've noticed, not super aggressive. Flash is already forced out.
Yep, looks like there's going to be some flashes already missing on both sides of the team. Mordekaiser will be making his way up there, clearing the camps, though, so they might be able to do something and bait that in, since we know there's no flash down there. Looks like Pyke is going to go for the pull
This
onto
should
the
just be a
Seraphine, and
kill.
Seraphine's going to
Yeah,
flash
there
with
it
the
is.
Ignite on her, and Pyke's going to finish that over for second blood of the game. A little bit of poke back and forth. It looks like Ash is trying to push up and look for something here. Pyke does not get the pull. Kaisa falls. Looks like Dean is just showing he is still good without his flash even necessary. Looks like there's an Ignite coming up onto the Lilia, and
Oh,
that's
and
a
he whiffed
dodge
the
over from the Lilia,
flash.
but Lilia
But the
does still
Ignite
fall
still
to the
gets.
Ignite, and Fiora does get away with a little bit of health back left. Looks like the game is still going to be really close in gold here. Kills are even 2-2. Traded on over. The Fiora has one. The Lilia also has one. Lilia is now going to TP back in a lane. Well, Victor and Ziggs just think farming is what they could do best right now. They don't really think that there's any reason to force a fight. Just kind of a smart move. There's no reason for either of them to miss out on good, valuable gold here. Victor would like to poke a little bit and get that first strike proc, but that's about it.
Shout out
And keep
Jonah in chat, keeping it alive. I see you,
yes.
King.
So Udyr does take the bottom side scuttle and might look for a little bit of a gank here if one of these lanes could push. And Mordekaiser just finished his full clear and is now making his way over to the top side scuttle.
Don't mind
Udyr's
me,
going for
I'm
the invade.
resizing my map.
I can see that. Udyr's going for the invade to see what is up, but it looks like there will be no camps for him to find. So far, so good. Looks like there's a beautiful crash over there for the Lilia, so she can come over and make sure Mordekaiser is good with the scuttle on the minimap. And Udyr's kind of just looking for something, but Pyke's also here looking for Udyr. So putting some damage in here.
Going in.
Pyke's going to come up,
Misses the
misses
hook.
the pull. Looks like Udyr is coming back for the damage. Ziggs is going to knock the Victor back. Victor does pop Ghost, but so does Udyr. Victor now flashes over the wall. Udyr does not have one of those to join him. Now it looks like it's going to be a fight between the Udyr and the Mordekaiser. Putting
Mordekaiser
some
loses
damage down.
this. He doesn't have.
Mordekaiser loses this hard. Looks like the mid lane and support haven't been paying attention to what's going on over here. It's like Udyr is now going to try and walk away with his life. I think Pyke should have his hook back up pretty soon here. It's going to pull him away from the team. Get some damage in there. Victor's still getting the poke down. Fiora's now roaming down to come.
Sussy.
Yep. He was able to get him out of there. Keep the Mordekaiser alive. That Mordekaiser is very low.
That's true. I do think maybe if he had hooked him like towards the red wall, the Brambleback wall, they might have been able to get a kill there because he was stunned by the gravity field from the Victor.
That's very true.
But you can't really think of all these factors in while you're playing a game, and I'd
Very
assume
true.
Sam
Looks
is a
like-
little bit out of practice on Pyke because he has been playing a lot of jungle for the server. So
Makes a lot of sense. Looks like Kaisa is ooh, that should have been stoppage, I would think, but okay. Looks like there's going to be some damage up here. Lilia still does not have flash left, and Fiora is going to just stick to her and put some more damage in her. Trying to freeze the wave. Lilia's going to have a hard time breaking that freeze down this whole time. Looks like Mordekaiser is starting the dragon right up. Lilia's trying to come up with some farm, but it's not looking too good. Looks like the Fiora is just going to keep this frozen here. Lilia might just have to understand that resets are the best at her position right now to get back to good health to try and break that, but looks like she's going to stay and try and get as what she can. Looks like the wave is starting to build up a little bit, and she might have a chance of getting to it. That is first dragon over to Kathy's Kittens.
yeah, that Ash arrow actually gave them vision there, but I think they decided to just give it. They weren't really in position to contest it. It's hard for Udyr to get around that wall without flash, and he could blast cone, but then he would just be dead. So
Very true, very true. Looks like this CS is pretty even for all lanes. Only a couple CS here and there deficit, which is very nice to see. Looks like this is going to be a crash coming on down to Victor.
gold is
I was
also
if I was Victor here, I would definitely put my gravity field down and stun all the minions so I don't take too much damage from them. Looks like his first strike is going to be taken away by the Ziggs while he's trying to clear that. Try and minimize the amount of gold he gets from that rune. Some poke coming on down to the Pyke.
Let's get some interaction in chat. Kathy's Kittens got first blood, but they are about 100 gold behind. Who here thinks that Kathy's Kittens will win? Spam a KK, but make sure you don't put 3Ks because that's a little
Like this
bad.
Fiora is getting a lot of damage into the Lilia, but it looks like that tower says that's my Lilia there that you're trying to hurt. Trying to get the damage in. That's another tower shot. That's got to be very careful. The flash is almost back up for the Lilia. Looks like we do have Mordekaiser and Udyr fighting in the river right now, trying to have a battle of wits.
Lilia just skilled alt. I think
Here we
she
go.
might have been able
We're
to
getting
kill
the
her.
damage here, over back and forth. It looks like the Ziggs bomb will do the damage here, and Lilia is trying to survive into the Fiora, but the Fiora finishes that off with keeping the ignite ready, but then comes back over. Udyr does also get the mid laner. 3 kills.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind that a little bit. I want to see.
Yeah, let's stick to one fight at a time here. So looking over here, we do see the trades coming back and forth. Actually, did they even have vision of that? That was a crazy Q. Gets the damage back over. Misses the second Q. Takes a little bit of damage back. Having a hard time sustaining through this. Ziggs bomb kills. There is no mana on that Victor. And he's just getting locked up with a lot of damage. And
Udyr is balanced for sure.
Udyr is
Alright,
very balanced.
and let's see what happened up here.
So it looks like the Fiora pops the early ult. Looks like there's going to be the Drowsy from the
That
ultimate.
riposte
But
is
throws
really
into the...
good.
Yep. Throws right into that and gets the kill anyways. Beautiful bait by staying into the bush there. Alrighty. Back into the game now where we just were. This is definitely the blue side is taking now a much more comfortable lead. What they're feeling. Pyke's trying to definitely find a spot where he can get a pull on one of them. Free damage coming in from Dean over to both of them because they know that Pyke's hook is down. Oh, Pyke's hook gets back over and Dean gets hit on. They're putting the flash, the heal. It looks like Kaiser's going to ult on over to put the damage in and get the kill, and they're going to force another flash. That is 2 summoner spells out of, or 3 summoner spells out of the bot lane, excuse me, with Pyke just using his flash and ignite.
Yeah,
Kaiser
Kaisa
just
saved
having
her
his
some say. That
guarantee.
was really good.
Yes. Beautiful kill over there. That's what we need right now. They need to find openings to where they can get the damage, where they can put a player out of the game, because this Fiora is going to be a loose cannon later. This is kind of where I want my resources anyways. Into an Udyr Fiora, I definitely think Kaisa is going to be my best luck to getting through them.
Yeah, for sure. I would want Victor and Kaisa to have as much gold as possible at this point in the game.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the Ziggs is about 700 gold up on his lane counterpart, which is not great. I think Victor, in terms of like front-to-back team fighting, is still a little bit better late game, but Ziggs with that poke is just so strong. And when you combine it with Ashe and Seraphine, these fights around Dragon will just be so hard for Kathy's Kittens to play. Like, they're so short-ranged into this long-range comp.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna be really
agree.
interesting.
I agree. I definitely think that the worst part about trying to set up for a fight is dealing with the Ziggs poking. Looks like Mordekaiser is now going to be getting caught out by the Udyr once again. Looks like he's going to ult the Ashe and force a 1v1 for now.
It's a good ult. Fortunately, he misses the E.
Does
Still
get the
gets
kill over there. Yes, that's a beautiful kill still. 1 for 1 is not a bad trade. We still do have a minute and a half until the next dragon does spawn, so there will be time for that.
Ghost was used by both junglers there.
Good. Both summoner spells down. This looks like they're going to be down for this next dragon setup if there's going to be another fight. But trading your jungler for support's not the best thing, but at least you got something out of it. Mordekaiser was looking pretty dead to rights, but luckily did grab onto the Ashe there and pull him in. Getting some poke damage back and forth. Like I said before, Fiora is a very hard laner to go against in most matchups. And Fiora into Lilia, I would assume, is probably pretty Fiora favored. There's not much Lilia can do except for poke a little bit. And it looks like there's going to be the ignite before the flash, and Lilia will fall to the 1v1. And this Fiora is going to slowly take over the game on that top side of the map, already looking at a 1k gold lead.
Yeah, Fiora's a little bit crazy fed here. Well on her way to a gore drinker, I'd imagine. Mordekaiser will try to grab her here. Surprised she didn't
Ooh,
riposte
gets that
there.
over. Gets the damage into it. Just kind of poking away. Gets the flash out of her. Does not
Fiora
have
doesn't
flash.
there, she will just get queued. So that's a good flash.
Yeah, it is a good flash. Definitely gets her to safety. Pyke is now looking for something to try and force something out here. Does get the pull over, but Ashe does sidestep that. A little bit of poke over, back into the mid lane. We're looking at some more poke damage coming through. This Ziggs is actually really good. Wow,
Yeah,
that was
a really good
beautiful
W
combo.
there.
Oh, gets the pull over and gets the stun off. Looks like they're going to be getting charmed, and all that's a lot of stuns coming through. Damage is coming back over. Lilia finally is having a chance here against the Fiora. Gonna have to try and kite this out.
I think
like that is
Lilia
not
missed the
what
sweet
you do.
spot on the Q, which will make this fight a lot harder. Yeah.
Yep. But they are still fighting down here, and there was a kill over there. Now they're trying to get the stun back onto the Udyr. try and keep the Udyr, getting him much, much lower as to getting the damage off. It looks like both of the bot laners will survive walking away from that one, forcing the Udyr to back off, putting the amount of damage they needed to get in there. During this time, we also did miss. Udyr did solo the dragon real quick while everybody was kind of trading. Looks like Mordekaiser is looking for the Fiora. Just misses it.
That was so
Just misses
close.
on the recall there.
I don't even know if he would have been able to kill there, to be honest. Like, Fiora was 3/4 health, has the Iron Spike whip. Mordekaiser did have ult there, actually, so he would have been able to kill. Never mind.
Yeah, he would have stood a chance.
He does have Rift Herald here.
Can you repost Mordekaiser ult?
Yes, I believe you can.
That's crazy.
It is a timing thing. But...
Ooh, looks like Ziggs is going to be kind of caught out here, getting some damage laid onto him. But that Ash arrow comes in. That's free damage over to kill the Victor.
Oh my god, that's so unfortunate for
Victor
Kathy's
dies for that one. That's a beautiful Ash arrow from Dean.
Yeah, I think out of everyone in the server, Dean and Silico are definitely our long shot experts.
Mm-hmm. Definitely got some snipes coming from an Ash. You gotta love to see it, especially in the mid lane. Ash arrow from downtown. Looks like Lilia is starting to put some damage into the Fiora, but it's probably not going to be enough with the amount of healing she gets from her vitals.
She also already has Merc Treads, which is insanely good into their team. It's full AP topside with the CC of a Pike. Like, that's just such a valuable buy.
Mm-hmm. Like they are going to be setting up some vision here, trying to bait something to go down. They do see the Seraphine farming, and they do come over and get the damage onto her. Ooh, no E there. Looks like they're going to be hitting all these charms. Pyke will have to flash out. Kai'Sa has got some damage. Pyke goes in for the ultimate and does miss it. Does miss the hook as well.
Unfortunate series of events here that Udyr's coming to clean them all up.
Udyr is coming to finish this off. Ooh, beautiful ult, but still does drop. Pyke is now going to pull the Udyr a little bit closer and say, hey, man, you can come in here, but you're going to have to take some damage from the turret, but not enough to finish his life there.
This is the Stridebreaker build for the Udyr here. It's pretty interesting. I don't think we've seen Mason pull that out yet this season.
Yeah, I'm not aware if we have.
I think he usually goes for the Sunfire Demonic Embrace or the Triforce. So, seeing this build variety from him is pretty fun. I mean, Udyr can probably build anything and still just be like, run at you and kill you broken, so I don't know, but the Stridebreaker is really good here, I think. You have Ghost on Hong, you have Kai'Sa can kite with her E, Ghost on the Mordekaiser, so...
There is going to be a little bit of an alt pop by the Fiora here trying to get onto the Lilia. Mordekaiser's also there, but it's not going to matter. Looks like there's some damage coming down here with the Victor getting on the roam, and Kai'Sa's going to take out the Seraphine, and Victor's going to clean up the Ash, getting some gold back over to the red team. They know they're losing topside pretty hard, so they're going to try and make what they can with it on the bot side.
Yeah, that's pretty smart by Kathy's Kittens. You know that Lilia's not going to be able to do much, and you see that they're devoting a lot of resources to her there, so...
You see the Udyr waiting, and he does see the Victor back, so now he's coming in to get the fight off. Gets the stun over there, puts the damage in. Does not matter. Kai'Sa's damage is going to get the shutdown. Beautiful amount of gold on Kai'Sa, and as we said, that is the champion you do want it on.
Well played by the KK bot lane. That was very patient, holding the E to stun him on the side of Pyke. Some trash talk coming out from Draco.
Is that... Oh, yeah, I see it now. Okay. Looks like we do have the dragon spawning here pretty soon. Just in case anybody is wondering, it is going to be Cloud Drake, and the map has been taken over by the beautiful winds in the jungle. So this is going to be actually very massive for Udyr and Fiora if they can get these all locked in, getting that movement speed buff, honestly, on everyone, including the Ashe. The Ashe would be also pretty destructive with it. So it is actually kind of a nice thing to kind of see for them. This is kind of a soul they do want to be able to run down their opponents or run away from their opponents. Looks like there's going to be a Pyke over there fighting with the Udyr. Victor is also here. Could be a clean fight over.
No damage to him.
Nope, and it looks like it's going to be a 4v3 in the bot lane. Ziggs is also coming across now to try and see if they can set something up. Ashe does not have arrow just yet, but it will be up very soon. Mythics on both sides for the mid laners and junglers. The difference is the Kai'Sa. The damage comes over and the charm is going to miss. It does look like we're switching over to the top lane real quick while the excitement over there is going on. Looks like the damage is still over here. Mordekaiser and Udyr are trying to fight. Well, Victor is trying to interrupt it. Does look like Kai'Sa also is going to pop in. And Udyr is going to try and take the blast cone to get out with his life. But Mordekaiser does get the ult off first, getting the damage over and putting it back into them. Udyr and him now trading in the realm, looking for each other to see what damage they can do. It looks like the realm is now over. And that is a W from Kai'Sa. But Udyr is still alive with barely any health. Pike
Oh
ult
my
misses just
God.
barely. There should be a free Drake for them, but they did not kill the Udyr. And they
Yeah,
put
that whole
many
sequence, I
resources
think
down.
like 6 kill shots missed. The Ashe would have been dead if the Victor laser had connected, and Udyr probably would have died a couple times if 1 or 2 more skill shots had hit there. That's crazy though.
Looking to get some damage back and forth while trying to farm under turret. Still has to worry about the Ignite being up on the Fiora. Beautiful seeing the objective is claimed over there, and they are on a gold deficit, so they get a little extra gold for getting that, which is kind of nice to see.
Lilia needs
Lilia
to
still
hold
having
her
a...
alt here for the riposte from the Fiora, because if
I
she gets
definitely think
riposted, she'll lose
the
that
Fiora...
ult.
Oh, that is an Ashe arrow. She
That's
is
just
locked
dead.
up for good.
Man,
Oof.
Dean has not missed this game.
If it is one thing after another here, that is something Lilia did not want to see. The Mordekaiser is now here with the Udyr coming into a fight, but he does not have his ultimate, so he's gonna have a hard time fighting this one out. Does not have the rest of his team to back him up, and he's just gonna fall.
Yeah, your top laner is dead there. I don't think you can contest that. Their whole team is walking up here, so kind of just have to give that. No reason to give over the kill gold.
Very true. We are looking at a 5k deficit now. Blue team does have a pretty strong lead. They are looking for the vengeance after both these teams have faced the loss through Silicats and now have to prove their way back into this.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful recall stoppage over there on the Fiora, and which is actually a really good thing for them because Fiora does not have TP, so stalling her a little bit longer before she can get back in the lane gives Lilia some time to farm. Ooh, show that gold one more time. I want to see the difference between top laners.
It's pretty
Sheesh.
significant, more than 3k.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a 1.3k difference in the bot lane. That's a dead pike.
Oh, hold on. Oh, that is a very dead pike. CC after CC after CC, and it looks like Victor also is going to fall there. Does look like the Mordekaiser is going to try and pull the Ashe into a solo realm.
He's
Does
very
miss the
hungry
pull,
for Dean
gets
here.
the Q over, but he's definitely going to try and get some damage. He's out of the realm now, and then Dean does still have flash and heal to get away and kite the rest of this out. You pulled her in, but you couldn't finish it. Now it looks like Kai'Sa has to try and deal with the Fiora, and she has nothing to get away on. That's going to be a dead Kai'Sa.
Yeah, this is so rough. I mean, you have the side lane pressure of Fiora with this just insanely disgusting poke comp from the rest of them. I mean, this is just really hard to play on the side of Kathy's Kittens. I don't know if there's much you can do. At this point, I think they need a miracle. 6k gold down at almost 20 minutes. You do have a Drake advantage, but you're about to lose your tier 2 bot turret. And this Ziggs is just, and the Fiora just fed out of their mind. Like, I think if Fiora completes the Ravenous Hydra here, she could build a Hull Breaker and just actually be unstoppable in the side lane. So
She'll be a force to be reckoned with, but there is some pretty good shutdown gold on her if she does make the mistake. Her and Ziggs, that's what the red team are really playing for, to get this pick on one or both of them. Get them back with a little bit of gold here. Try and force something.
yeah, for sure. Drago is a pretty aggressive player, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does overstep in the side lane after this back. That's something they definitely need to watch out for, but at this point, if they commit too much resources to the bot lane, they'll
The
just
Pike
be
is
in a
trying
barrel.
to set up here and get the Ashe and Ziggs, but there is no out of placement of them. They're going to get away from that and just take a walk. Udyr is now here and does pop the ghost. Does not matter, though. They have too many there, and the rest of the team was not ready to engage just yet. Get the poke going on a little bit more. They are waiting for an Ashe arrow or a Seraphine ult to try and line something up here. Cleanse on the Kai'Sa, so if she does get picked off by one thing, she might be able to get out of it still with her ultimate. Try and dash around some people. Looks like Lilia is now running for her life again. Flashes away, but that Fiora has Q on cooldown like it's no one's business.
Yeah,
Right there,
that's just
Lilia
really
should have
rough.
considered... Oh, it looks like there's another fight in the realm. It looks like Mordekaiser is once again focusing Dean, but survives just long enough to move on from it. Pike is now trying to run away a little bit from the Udyr. Udyr's kind of taunting at him before he takes out the vision. Does get poked out and does get chunked pretty hard. Victor and Kai'Sa are no one to be messing with in a 1v2 situation. Gonna clear the wave and get on with their lives. We do have roughly about little under 60 seconds right now, 50 seconds till the next Drake does spawn, and it could be a kind of a throwaway Drake that they have to start deciding because even though they do have two, the gold difference here is gonna make it harder and harder for them to contest these dragons.
The build paths here are a little bit funky from Kathy's Kittens. Like, you drafted a comp presumably to be able to counter the Udyr because you knew it was going to happen when you gave it over to Mason. But
Ooh,
we're
Ash
seeing,
Arrow just missing.
yeah, that was really close. Does hit the Mordekaiser. We're seeing Ludens from Victor here when a lot of the gold is concentrated on pretty like health stacking champs with the Fiora and the Udyr. I guess the idea is you want to just pop the Ziggs and the Seraphine to get rid of some of their damage, but Udyr and Fiora can do so much damage on their own that I don't know how viable of a strategy that is. And then on the other side you have pick it back up after Mordekaiser gets soloed by the Udyr here. Alright, Pike comes in just to peel for his...
He has to get ready for the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa alone up here, and it looks like they're going to be coming over with another Ash ult too. Stop the Kai'Sa from moving, and Udyr will show why he is 6-2-2 with a lot of gold lead going on here. Also now getting a bounty put on himself.
That's the Lamau in chat. Classic
Trying
Mason behavior.
Trying to destroy their mental.
Yeah, I mean, I hope their mental will remain intact after this game, because I don't want this series to just be a clean 2-0 sweep. I want Kathy's Kittens to give some fight to this team. As I was saying though, it's just a little bit weird. Like, you see the Kai'Sa building towards the IE when she has Phantom Dancer.
Yeah, I see that. But right now, we're looking at the beautiful shutdown gold coming right over, right onto the Pike. Whoo!
So I understand that as Pike, you want to get that alt gold because it does give the kill gold over, but he also took the shutdown. He will get the rest of them here, though.
Could be another shutdown coming out here. Ooh, looks like the Ziggs is going to pop the ult and take him down, which gives the shutdown over to the Kai'Sa, which is kind of what you wanted here.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want.
Taking one shutdown away from the Victor is okay, as long as you give the other one to the Kai'Sa. Looks like Mordekaiser is now going to have to try and protect this. He's going to Realm Warp the Udyr in, try and get a little bit of damage down in to get the Kai'Sa to safety. And so far, so good, actually. He does still have the damage to fight this. Oh, looks like the Seraphine is also getting caught up by the Lilia. Lilia is now going to try and get this game in her hands here and get a little bit more damage on and kills the over there. Beautiful job by the red team. Honestly, their mental is not destroyed. They are still fighting. That was actually beautiful play. Fiora kind of threw with the mispositioning there and forcing onto the Victor. Thought maybe she could pop him, but was also low on mana and had to be really cautious of how many members were there. So, red team is still in this game, and I love to see it.
Yeah, really well done. That's the Infinity Edge for the Kai'Sa, so I take back everything I said. I was saying you should probably be building toward an LDR here, but if you can just get the Infinity Edge power spike this early, you might be able to kite out the Udyr and just put a lot of damage into him. So
The only one she has to worry about with the LDR is going to be the Udyr, but with the amount of crit damage she has, she'll have a lot of time to push down the Udyr, but also still be able to face anybody else she goes against. So we are seeing right now they're trying to set up something again to try and shut the Fiora more out of this game. Lilia does still have ults. Looks like there's the setup right here. If we do check on there, there's poking into the river on the middle of the lane, but there's also a fight going on the top side. But right now we're going to stick to the Udyr trying to fight the Mordekaiser, and it looks like the Fiora also kills the Lilia, but Kai'Sa is still looking for more, and it does get another shutdown. Fiora is now getting pushed out of this game, but during that time, it looks like the mid laner and jungler will fall, taking just the support with them.
So 2 for 3. It's not awful, but you lose a bot turret here.
2 for 3 with the shutdown, but also with potentially losing an inhib, but at least an inhib turret as of right now. Could this be an overstay by the Ziggs, though? That's what we're thinking. Does get the poke, does get the slow. Ziggs does not have flash to get out of here, and it looks like that is another clean kill on the Kai'Sa. The person who needs the gold is getting the gold, which is what we like to see. During this time, though, Udyr and Seraphine are going to do the Baron. It is going to be a very slow Baron for them. Just these two are not really that fast at shredding through, but there is really no way that the red team are going to even be able to contest this. So it's actually kind of a benefit to have the Baron be so slow, because now more members of your team are going to get it.
Yeah, Fiora's back alive, Ash is back alive. The only person who doesn't get it is the Ziggs, so really good call by Mason and Michael there, rotating to the Baron.
Looks like they're going to kind of walk into each other, the Seraphine and the Pike there, but neither of them are looking for the blood. Looks like Ash is going to be stepping up, and so is the Seraphine. Pike does miss the hook just barely. Couldn't see the Seraphine was there. Maybe would have been able to get a pull on that Seraphine.
Pike is
Lilia
getting a
now has
ton
to
of
try and back away, but she's getting slowed pretty rapidly.
yeah, I mean, there's
Oh,
not
that is
much you
a
can do
little.
there as Lilia. It's just rough. I think you should hold on to your flash. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Fiora will beat everyone in a 1v1 on side lane.
Yeah, as of right now, the only thing you can do is try and match it with the Victor and have the Victor just clean the lanes. But as we say that, Udyr is trying to push the Victor out of the lane right now. They're going to be splitting the map up. Pyke is going to try and get a little bit of a desperate pull there, try and grab somebody. Mordekaiser's now putting the damage in over to the Fiora. I think Fiora just riposted right there. Putting the damage back into the Fiora that's trying to take that turret down. Trying to slow the process. Pyke does get a pull, and the charm does hit the Victor. Sadly, that is not good to see. Trying to get as much damage in. Right now, we do have the Fiora going to be 1v1ing the Mordekaiser. And it looks like I think they are in the realm at this point. And it looks like Mordekaiser does get the shutdown over. While this is all going on, Udyr is freely going for the bottom inhib. Mid lane turret does fall. They're trying to decide who do they contest, who do they stop. Right now, it's not going to be anybody. Pyke's going to try and get the stun. He does land it. Kaisa is putting in the damage. Getting a lot into that Udyr, but she knows not to go in on that. That'll be a lot of damage back over her. Uses the cleanse. It does get popped by the Seraphine. Pyke is now looking for something. Does get the execute over to the Ashe, but then also drops and dies with it. This could be a game ender right here. Udyr finishing off the Lilia. Mordekaiser trying to fight for his life, but also dying to the poke damage of Ziggs.
Yeah,
And
this is just an end angle here, I
they
think.
do have one of the strongest turret pushers in the game right now, which is Ziggs. And so looking at how much damage they're putting this down, this is definitely a game ender. No one to respawn except for Victor, but Victor does not have the damage to deal with all of them. It does pop the ult right away, trying to get some damage over, but Udyr is just freely shoving that Nexus in. That is game one over to Grooming Services.
All right, so some draft adaptations I would like to see. Definitely want to see some consideration for the Udyr ban. I think it was pretty problematic. Maybe the Fiora ban as well because she just straight up lost.
I think that if you're going to allow the Fiora to stay, you need something that can match it, something that isn't going to be shoved out of lane so easily. The downside here is Lilia gets shoved out really hard early, and because of the fact that there was too many deaths handed over, the gold difference became too much for Lilia to ever get a part in the game where she could lane into a Fiora. So I do think that out of everything, the Kai'Sa was good, the Victor was fine, and both of their counterparts were okay as well. The Ashe wasn't too much of an issue. The arrows did make some clutch moments, but it didn't really turn the game around or change it. It was just get extra kills to give them over. So the Ashe Seraphine, I don't think were a problem for them, as strong as it is for those two to get. I definitely think that the Fiora is a must ban. Ziggs could potentially be a ban depending on what you're playing here. If you're going to go as close to your same draft, Ziggs and his CC and slows and knockbacks were just hard to get anything done. You would go in for a fight, and you wouldn't even be going for Ziggs. You'd be just going for somebody, and Ziggs would interrupt your flow, and then you'd be stuck for a second and slowed and locked down and dead. So I definitely think Fiora would be a ban that I would most likely make a priority. Ziggs might be up there. Udyr could also be up there if they weren't a fan of it. I didn't think Udyr was too scary. But yes, I think Fiora would be the first one I would get rid of.
Yep, they did take a blue side here, so hoping to see some draft adaptation coming from that. I believe in them. They are really good at getting the second win in best of threes, so I would definitely want to see that, and then hopefully be able to bring that in for the rest of the series. That being said, we will be recreating all these assets. We do have Drago being subbed out for Joel for Kitten Grooming Service.
So Joel is coming back for game two?
Yes, Joel will be here for game 2.
Well, then maybe the Fiora ban's not necessary.
It's definitely possible. I think Joel is a very capable top laner, though. He plays a little bit less aggressive picks than Drago does, but that's still something that you need to watch out for. He is so comfortable on that Poppy.
Yeah, that's very true too.
Alright, we should have all the stuff updated. Draft will be at 10:05. So I am hoping to be able to see that soon. I will stream OBS again for you in the meanwhile. Alright, yeah, I don't know. I think Sam had a little bit of an underperformance for him this season. Granted, he is on support, so he has a little bit less of a carry position. But I'm really not sure. I'm hoping we get to see him on something more impactful. He does have that 2 games, 0 losses on the Bard, which would be so fun to see. I'm super down for that. But we'll see.
This is definitely do or die now for Kathy's Kittens. They're down 0-1 in this series, and it could be one more game, and then they are packing it up for the season and taking the third place spot, which is still a beautiful
Yeah,
drive.
very respectable.
If you remember their story and their fight to get into this series to get up here, they had to really climb from the bottom to make it here. So I'm hoping that that fire is still going and they are ready to make a comeback and force a game 3 at a Kittens Grooming Services, but Kittens Grooming Services is a force to be reckoned with. They are very comfortable on certain champions, and even if you ban those, they do have other picks. They usually have a very strong draft every game, um, so it's definitely contention. You know, it's definitely going to be a problem that Kathy's has to figure something out. They have to figure out what they did wrong in their draft and what were they not expecting that was pulled out, and maybe even other things like what did they allow through that they thought they could deal with that might not be something they want. You know, looking at the previous draft here, if you want to keep that on the screen for a moment, we're looking at the Yone Zareth Blitzcrank ban as the first 3 bans that came out.
Yeah, and
And
if you're banning Zareth when Joel isn't even playing, that's
yeah, you're playing bands that really
oh wait, I am totally wrong.
what?
It was Michael Spot with Joel mid. That makes a lot
Okay,
more sense.
okay,
So it sounds
but
like they didn't know
but
that
on the
Eric
same,
wasn't playing.
but on the same hand, if you don't have, so for example, if we have the Yone taken out, um, are we really like getting rid of the Yone? I assume was a Drago reason.
Yeah, I would assume so.
While champions like Lilia aren't too bad into Yone, so
Yeah, definitely some interesting decisions, and I hope we see some
maybe they just weren't
draft
expecting the
adjustments from
Flora.
them.
Yep, and it looks
But
like we are getting right into the next draft. We do have the bands coming out right here, and Cats Kittens is on the blue side. They do think, as we see, Udyr was a problem, so they're going to take the Udyr out. But now they have to be very careful of Master Yi getting picked. Looks like the Ziggs was also an issue. They are actually changing their bands, which I do like. I do like to see the maybe the first bands that we went through weren't important. Maybe we did mess up our own pre-strategy to game 1 and gave them things we probably shouldn't. Let's try and clear this up a little bit. We do see the Twitch and Zach ban, which is very respectfully done against Kathy's Kittens.
Zachban,
Zareth
I'm not sure
third
how
in.
I feel about. You know, Sam S is playing support unless Jackson has some Zach jungle history that I'm not aware of. You can
Well, they
probably
could
just leave it
flex
open.
it and throw them around. They're going to get rid of the Victor here now that they don't have the Ziggs in mid lane. Maybe that's the only champion they were comfortable on dealing with Victor. So it looks like we're going to have new mid laners for sure, and a new jungler over on the red side. We're going to be seeing here. Do they want to take the Seraphine or do they want to keep it up there?
I'm very down for this Blitzcrank flex. So for anyone
Okay,
who
take.
hasn't been up to date with recent patches, Blitzcrank has had a couple adjustments that have made him viable in jungle. Where you basically play a ganking jungler that does a lot of burst damage and has pretty strong gank potential with your W and your Q, as well as your E knockup. So I'd love to see that. It is also a flex with the support, of course, and I'm sure Sam is comfortable playing it. Rakan coming out here along with a Draven.
Ooh, ooh. Dean has been drinking, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh,
Dean
this
has
might
been
be.
drinking. This is going to be a chaotic bot lane as of right now. It looks like that is going to be a Jinx on the AD carry on the side of Kathy's Kittens and a Lulu lock in. So we're looking at a Jinx Lulu versus a Draven and a Rakan with the Blitzcrank flexing up towards the jungle. which is actually nice to see. It was a good prediction that we were going to be seeing that. And as he said, the patch notes have really given Blitzcrank a buff to be able to leave his position as the support one-trick pull. Ooh, into an Udi, or into a Master Yi. We are very much known that this is a massive champion on Kitten's Grooming services on Jar or Mason
Yeah,
there.
it is. It is
However you know him.
Mason's, I believe, second highest mastery champ.
It
He's
is
very
his.
comfortable on it.
I believe he is 5-1 on
Yeah,
it.
little bit of a menace. That being said, with Lulu and Blitzcrank, you probably have some decent tools to deal with him. You can get the silence off the Blitzcrank ult, and
I'd
then
like to see this Lulu flexed into the mid lane and Renata Glask to be put in as the new support. Because Draven and Yi being Renata Glask ulted would not be fun.
yeah, but you have already picked Lulu, and it'd be kind of awkward putting her in like
Bring
top
back
or mid.
Lulu mid lane. Bring back Lulu
I'm
mid lane.
down. I'm definitely down. Rammus ban coming out from KGS here, presumably because it is pretty strong into the Yi, really good shutdown, and Yi will just kill you unless he has a ton of items, or will kill himself rather, unless he has a ton of items. I don't know
I'd
how
be
much
looking.
of a ban it's necessary because you did see the Blitzcrank locked in, so unless you think it's going to be like Rammus top or Blitzcrank top, I am a Rammus top enthusiast, but unfortunately I don't think that sentiment is shared by a lot of the server. I do like the Seraphine ban. They could be predicting a Seraphine mid, although I don't think that's Joel's shtick. I think you could
Yeah,
have banned it earlier, but you did have to ban the Zereth against Joel, so I think it makes
the
sense. The
Zillion
Cillian
ban is
ban,
going to be coming in as well. I don't know how well these last two bans were over on Kathy's Kittens. I don't know if I think that either of them are too viable, but I guess anything that could buff a Master Yi is probably not going to be very. Oh
TF.
my God!
Let's
Let's
go.
go, ladies and gentlemen.
I love me some TF gaming.
Oh my gosh. I am so excited to watch Twisted Fate being played on this stage. Little known fact about me, when I first got into League of Legends in the end of season 3, my buddies, at this time I was mainly a console gamer, and a few friends of mine had a few laptops set up and invited me over for the night and said, hey, check this game out. And we played a bunch of bots games, and yes, we did lose many times. And they said there's even a pro league on this, and they showed me a matchup with Faker playing Twisted Fate. And it was at that moment I knew I wanted to play that champion. And my buddy gifted me Twisted Fate, and that was the first champion I ever made. Was Twisted Fate. I love that champion.
Nice little bit of Valor backstory. Happy to
Yeah.
hear it. Are seeing
Looks like the Volley
Volley
Bear. If that's
jungle.
the
So
top Volley Bear.
no, I believe it's Volley jungle. Jackson is a Volley bear enthusiast. He hasn't played it in a
So is
while.
that a Blitzcrank mid or a Lilia?
I'm really not sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not know what this draft
But
is, but I like it. I
draft is
like it.
saucy and I'm here for it.
I don't know how I feel about picking the Lilia, knowing that the TF is on the table. The amount of CC coming in from red side, Lilia's going to have a hard time keeping that movement speed that she so much loves.
Oh, and Michael's Kale.
Wow.
So
I'm
that's a
telling you right now, Renata Glask on blue side would have been so
Renata would have
strong.
been sick.
Renata Glask would have been so strong.
Last time Michael got the Kale, he pulled
Destroy.
destroyed Silicats, got the 10 PS a minute with like
Uh,
16 kills or something crazy. So
this has to be a fever dream.
he's very comfortable on it, and that's a little bit of a draft oversight. I think you can definitely have banned the Kale instead of the Seraphine if you're blue side, but
All right,
we'll
I
see.
hate to say this, Kathy's Kittens. I love you guys very much, and I love the story. I love the fight, but I want I want grooming services to win specifically because of the Twisted Fate. I'm a
Yeah,
very
but
biased Twisted
at the
Fate
same time,
person.
they do have a Master Yi, and I hate seeing Master Yis win. It's so boring, man.
Do you still
Like
have the do you still have the draft from first game? Because we never went over the MVP, and we do have a few minutes.
that's true. We could figure that out. Let me see if it was screenshotted in general. It wasn't, but I might have the link. I do. I can share it with you real quick.
Well, let me throw out there what my thoughts are definitely as we're getting it prepared and pulled up real quick. Okay, there we go. I want to say number one, I definitely think Fiora was a menace. I definitely think the Fiora was a major problem that as she scaled was hard to deal with. But someone else I thought that was a super big menace was the Ziggs. I think Ziggs amount of turret pushing he had, the amount of counter fighting potential. Like I said, I saw many times when his C4 was interrupting them from getting into a fight that it was stopping the Victor from doing anything, getting popped off, and getting him put in bad positions to die. And I definitely think that the amount of split pushing that was also given on by both solo laners, it's a very big toss-up for me between mid and top lane. But I will say for the fact that I do think that top lane got very greedy and started throwing away some gold and definitely gave the red side a chance to get back into the game. The Ziggs for me was the MVP.
Yeah, definitely see your point there. Counterpoint though, Ashe arrows were on point. Like, Dean probably missed only one or two the
Are we
entire
just
game.
voting? Are we voting for our roles?
A little bit, a little bit. That
We're
being
so
said,
biased.
I can definitely agree with the Ziggs. I think the Ziggs was really valuable, really impactful, did get some split pushes going. Um,
Well, and the amount of times those C4s and slows were just on point. I mean, there was literally so many
yeah,
C4s that I
that's
watched
definitely
that
true.
interrupted any.
He also neutralized Victor's Hong's Victor, which is a menace to say the least. So I'm happy giving it over to Joel on the Ziggs.
Alrighty, well, anybody else in the chat think that there was someone else that definitely deserved it? I definitely could say for over on the red side, it was the Kaisa. I think the Kaisa put up one heck of a fight. Didn't have much to do later, had a hard time getting into any fights, but definitely got a few picks that were very necessary. But I also want to give it to the Pyke as much because the Pyke did get, as much as there was a lot of wide throws, there was also a lot of key hooks that kept the Kaisa alive and put good positioning for his team. So I'm kind of biased on that one as well towards the support and the ADC. I think the bot lane really did their best to try and carry that game out and make the most of it. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Gnome has left me.
Oh, I'm still here. I was I was reading the lobby. My bad, everyone. Let me switch over to streaming League for you. So I think it's settled. We're going with the Ziggs MVP.
I think so. I think, like I said, it's a very strong point. But you know, I do think that even though Ashe did play well, I think that there wasn't very many arrows that were game changing. There was ones that definitely guaranteed kills across the map, snipes that are just beautiful to see, definitely montage worthy, but they weren't really like I said, as impactful as there was team fights that Ziggs was stopping the flow of red team from going and getting picks. There was lots of turret pushing that Ziggs was getting any chance he could get. I do think that Ziggs was overall the better MVP for the game
Yeah, that
compared.
that could be true. At the same time, I think the Ashe arrows might not have been like full on pop off moments, but he
They were
leveraged
beautiful.
the ult really well to get an advantage for his team.
That's true. That's true. Well, hold on, time out. Hold on. The leverage part, I don't know. An Ash arrow on Lilia, that's already like 1 in 6.
Yeah, but he also hit Ashe arrows cross map on like Mord, and he used
Yeah,
it
yeah,
as
for sure.
disengage multiple times. So I mean, I see what you're saying, but
You're disagreeing.
partially,
Okay, these are fighting words.
respectfully disagreeing.
Respectfully, Joey does come in with the Blitz and Lulu. Yes, this is actually a strange draft by Blue Side, but I'm not gonna argue with it. I think they're in a maybe a desperate measure now where they're gonna try something different. Maybe they think that their team fighting does not work as well. But either way, I was excited. I am excited to see what they bring with this draft, but I'm even more excited to see the Twisted Fate. And if the Twisted Fate pops off, I'm gonna love it.
Yep. Definitely fun to see Twisted Fate pop off. I'm gonna try to get these assets in as soon as possible so we can discuss the goings on of the draft. Should be in game in a few minutes, so please bear with us. Alright, now hopefully I have all the champs correct, or all the players in the correct positions. I hate Dean for switching over and over with Eric. That's kind of cringe, bro. But it's alright. We will get the champs in the correct positions. It is a Lily at top, which I think we expected. Whether it's a volley mid or a blitzcrank mid, I'm assuming it's probably more likely to be Blitzcrank, but that is a little bit weird. I wasn't expecting the flex to be for the mid lane. But I'm here. I'm down for some wild drafts. Alright, looks like it will be the Voli jungle unless I'm getting like super baited.
Ooh.
Oh, I got the players wrong again. I hate these teams. You guys suck.
Looks like it. I don't know if these are in order, but if they are in order, that is the Lulu mid.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
It's been a long time since we've seen this champion come mid during the support enchanting mid meta. It used to be the Lulu was played mid or top along with the Karma. Um, I don't think it's meta at all right now. I don't think it's actually even viable.
No, it's
But
definitely not meta. I
who
doubt
am I
you'd
to
find
say that
statistics
this
for it.
won't be strong? I guess.
If you want to
Eh,
check like u.gg or something for statistics, not a sponsor, but we could see if there are like Lulu mid stats.
I'll pull it up real quick. Let's see. Lulu in the mid lane is a very low sample size. Um, Horrible win rate at 46%. Very rarely played. And in the matches it has been played, it has a 32% win rate into Twisted Fate.
That is a valid point, although I do want to point out it is Honk Baba on the Jinx with a Blitzcrank on Sam
And
and
a
a
Lulu.
Lulu.
Yep.
So if
But now
Honk can
you're
get
also
some
playing
kills,
through you are also playing through one hyper carry at this point.
that's
Because
true.
Your Lily is not going to be a hyper carry. Volibear is not going to be a hyper carry. Your win con is Jinx needs to get nasty ahead and be able to deal with a Master Yi, a Kale, a Twisted Fate, a Draven, and an Engage from Rakan. This is a very, very hard window to do it. But Hong Baba is the man you would want to do it with.
Alright, we will switch to the matchup slide just to see some. It's not showing up. I hate it here.
But Hong Baba does have a 10 wins, 4 losses with a 4 KDA on Jinx. As I said, this is the champion. This is the player. This is the person you want to see when you have to force this one window condition of get the Jinx online. This is the guy you want to see rocking the Jinx.
Oh, Dean's website is broken. I'm so angry. It's just not working. So I was trying to create the assets here to be able to see if we have matchups. Though I can hazard a guess, we probably have never seen a Lulu TF matchup, especially not in this season. Rakan this season has like a pretty even win rate, I think. I'd estimate it pretty close to 50 games, or 50%, although I don't think he has that many games. Kale win rate has been absolutely blown up by Michael, so I'd be surprised if she was below 60% win rate on the season. Lilia has been played quite a bit, but it's usually as a weak side top, so the KDA and probably also the win rate are not super great. Um, I do like seeing Blitz into Rakan. I think with Blitz, you can just threaten the hook, and if the Rakan hops in, you just take the knock up and then walk past him with your W. So will be definitely interesting to see how this is played. That being said, it's uh it's Eric on the Draven, not Dean. So hopefully he hasn't been drinking. The game is definitely going to be interesting. I mean, Lulu mid, um, you kind of just die if you get ganked because you're Lulu, so you can only polymorph one person, and then if you polymorph the Yi, you get CC'd by the TF. If you polymorph the TF, Yi will just kind
Well,
of like
if you
whack you a
polymorph the
little bit.
TF, you still get CC'd by the TF. If you go in range of the yellow card, you're
That's
going to get
true.
hit
That's
even if you
true.
polymorph.
Yeah. So it'll be a very tough
Gonna
matchup
kind
for
of
Will
be
here.
speed boost and shield and run to your turret.
Yeah, I mean that's basically all you can do. And that being said, like you're not playing this lane to win the lane. You're playing
No,
this lane to keep your Jinx alive late game and
but you still
not to
have to
give
deal
over
with
too many kills. So
But you still have to deal with the scaling Kale. You still have to deal with the fact that Master Yi can at any time decide, or not Master Yi, Twisted Fate can at any time after 6 decide to go help whatever lane he so chooses.
Yeah, this game is
It's,
definitely going to be pretty rough for Kathy's,
I
but
definitely think Kathy's is going to have a very hard run here. But as I said, Hong Baba on Jinx.
yeah,
That is their
if this
win
game goes
condition,
late
and
and
that is
Hong
a
gets
good
his
win
like
condition.
10 CS a minute that he loves, they have a chance. Like I'm not saying it's doomed, but it's
I don't
going to be
even.
hard.
I honestly don't even know if they want to go late. I feel like you just want to get the. If this was us, if this was our win condition, if we were playing with Silico on a hyper carry ADC and we were going against massive late scaling champions like Kale, my goal would be get the first 2 early dragons. After first Drake, rotate bot up to grab Rift Herald, give the Rift Herald to the AD carry, get the AD carry to get their turret as fast as possible, and then get the AD carry to mid. Second Drake, second Rift Herald, get that Jinx online. Want that Jinx to have every objective gold, every kill gold. You need that Jinx to come alive as fast as possible so they can start shoving down the throats before Kale or Master Yi can come online.
All right, we are in game here.
Ladies and
Thankfully,
gentlemen, welcome to game 2 of Kittens Grooming Services versus Kathy's Kittens, brought to you by Scrim Zone.
hopefully the game shows up. There we go.
All right, welcome to Summoner's Rift. Are we going to see another invade? And no, but we do see a pause. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the series of pause gaming.
All right, hopefully the pause doesn't last too long. If it does, I will flame Will for pausing the game twice.
That is a Predator Twisted Fate. This is definitely a, he already knows that Lulu's not going to force him to stay in lane, so he's going to leave.
As he should. Ghost
As
on
he
the
should.
Yi. Makes sense, I guess. You kind of only need to kill the Jinx to beat them in a team fight, so
That's literally how it's going to be.
yeah,
It's
it's just like past 15 minutes, every time it's more than like it's a 3v3 or more people on each team, you're just gonna see like 4 members of Kitten Grooming Service diving on the Jinx, and then like the Kale in the back line hitting everything.
Yep.
So okay, it's saying 28:35. I don't know what that means.
I think that's the time that they're going to be ready.
Hopefully. Should be about 10 seconds away. We really need to do a thing about these pauses. You guys are killing viewership.
I think everybody's waiting to come watch for the finals when they
Yeah,
watch
grand finals. Not sure when it is
Silicat
yet, but winner of this will play
Testament.
Silicats.
And Silicats will start with a 1-0 victory out of a best of 5. The finals is a best of 5. But because they have not been knocked out of the brackets at all, and this is a 2-loss type
Double elimination, I think is what
double
you're looking for.
elimination. Yes, thank you. Double elimination playoff bracket. The rules are set that whoever gets to finals without being eliminated once, instead of having to go through 2 best of 3s if they lose the first one, it's more in their favor to just start with a 1-0 victory and a best of 5.
Alright, game has been resumed. Looks like they're
And it
going for
saves
the
the time.
5-man invade again.
Yeah, it looks like it. They're coming around the top side, though.
Okay, game was frozen. Hopefully this fixes
Okay.
it.
So, let's see. Wait, do you have to go through the pause again or no?
No, it'll
Okay.
just keep going.
So it looks like they're going to be going for the invade here. Master Yi is not stepping forward just yet. I don't think he has seen any of them.
Alright,
Oh.
I hate this client quite a lot. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
They're going to come up here for this setup. Looks like you're going to be walking into the Kale. The Kale is going to slowly walk away
And
flash
flashes
right away.
away. Oh no.
That's actually a very smart flash, though. You do not want to risk
Yeah.
the flash hook from the Blitzcrank early.
No,
like
you
that.
definitely don't, but
They're going to be countering, going down towards the bot
What
side.
the
And that's the hook out
okay?
of the Master Yi. Does not have flash, only has
No
Ghost.
shot! It works 2 games in a row!
Does go over to the Volibear. I think I would have wanted to see that on the Jinx instead, but that's all right.
That's bozo behavior right there.
First
Like, you
blood
know they're playing for
again
it.
over to Kathy's Kittens.
Kill over to the Volibear. I mean, I don't hate it. He is an early game champ. It's pretty good for them. No control or no oracles here, so you won't be able to spot out the red the red side ward that has been placed on the red buff. This has been actually a very common ward, even in pro play. You see a lot of junglers or mid laners walking up and just placing it over the wall there to get us an idea of where the enemy jungler is starting. Apparently, Dean was Mason was tapped out again.
I feel like that's an excuse at this point, but
yeah, you know, I mean, if you keep repeating that mistake, at some point it stops becoming a mistake and just becomes a liability. So I don't know, Dean. You should talk to your jungler about that.
Yeah, I'm writing notes, so if we face them, we are aware that we can invade, and he will be tapped out for our series if we do end up facing them.
Yeah, I mean, next time we play them, I'm just gonna DM him something just before the game starts, and while he's laughing at it and reading it, we kill him.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Alright, we're getting back into it. Not too much happening here besides that first kill going over to the Volley Bear. Both junglers are pathing to the top side. Yi is going for the full clear. Volley has skipped his Krugs. Jinx getting some early trading down. Smart dodge there by Dean.
Like coming in over to the level 2 now, back on both sides of the game. Everybody is leveling just fine. Master Yi and Volley Bear are both clearing their camps. Master Yi is level 3 right now. Volley Bear will be hitting level 3 after this camp.
He is actually double camping the blue and the Gromp, which another jungle change that I don't like. Apparently they're getting rid of double camping. What the hell, right? You're just making junglers like not have fun, I guess.
Yeah, the reason mainly is I'm aware is they want to make it so everybody can play jungle easily and not be like, hey, this guy's actually a jungler and he's way better than me, so he's going to clear better than me and just get ahead.
I mean, but if you're better, you should be able to clear better like that. I mean, it's a core part of jungle. It's how you path and how you clear. So
I'm not disagreeing, but as I explained it to Silico earlier, I did explain that. Think about it this way: a game that's been out for a long time now. That was a beautiful.
And he eats a turret shot. Flash coming up from the Volley. That's just gonna be a kill.
Kill the Kale. Kale does not have flash, and they do remember that.
I mean, this is like really good for them here.
Yeah, this is a good start. Good start to the game. Hitting these hooks, getting these flashes, forcing them to what they need them to do, and get this lead going early is what they want.
That's 2 kills on the Volley.
Yeah, that is 2 kills, and that is going to be a very strong Volley Bear. Now they're going to be fighting over the crab. Ooh, the smite coming out from the Volley Bear. Going to stop the Master Yi from getting it, but this might be a trade over. Yeah, yep, that is a trade over.
It's a shutdown. I mean, it's crab, so, you know, pretty worth it. Yep. Not going to lie.
Yeah, you know, giving a Master Yi a shutdown for a crab, for sure. 100% worth.
You also got his ghost, so summoner spell. Yeah,
that's true.
And the crab. That's pretty good. Not bad.
Master Yi's now going to recall after being spotted on a ward. Lilia's going to be playing a little bit more cautious. But as I was saying, a game that's been out for, 12 years or whatever, over, 150 to 160 champions now, always changing. How do you attract new players? Because all you're doing is bleeding players because people, slowly leave games over time. So how do you get new players to come in here if people want to... Oh, another hook coming on down. I'm trying to explain my thoughts here, guys. Getting the root over there.
Volley's down here.
But it does look like Blitzcrank is ignited and getting kind of low, but it does not matter. Volley Bear is chasing the Draven. Switching over to the Rakan, putting the damage over there. Rakan still does have flash. Looks like they're going to be flashing back over.
Guardian proc, but
Guardian proc, but Hung Baba will still get the kill, and that's going to be a double kill over to Hung Baba before falling to his demise. Blitzcrank is now still here to help with the Volley Bear and going to be fighting this Master Yi. Gets the knock up, knocks him up, pulls him into the Q.
Solid CC.
Q back from the Yi, does not matter. Oh, beautiful stun by the Volley Bear to stop
I mean, that's 2 kills and an assist over to Hong. Like, that's perfect if you're Cathy.
Yes, exactly. This is a very strong start for Cathy's. They need to definitely take these leads and run with them. Get the dragons, get the objectives, force it down before they can get back into this game. Beautiful trades coming out from both mid laners here. They're just trying to farm and play the game as they always do.
Yeah, I think the secret to an action-packed game is to just have Valor try to explain the theory of creating games for us.
Yes, I think that's definitely the most thing. It's definitely talking about the history and game approach, and it does look like Volley Bear is looking to steal a camp here, but it's not going to happen. But yeah, I just think I think that's definitely the smart move that they're trying to go for here, is that they want get the flash out of the Twisted Fate. Beautiful.
Lulu gets the slow out, and you just force.
Once again, I try and talk about something, and it doesn't work.
Yeah. To what you were saying, I guess I see your point, but I don't think you're gonna be attracting new players to the jungle anyway, because jungle is like notoriously known to be difficult, and even if you make it like easier, you're still gonna get perma-flamed by your teammates, and you're probably gonna get flamed even more now because it's like baby easy now. So
Yeah, exactly. I do agree, but I do also see Riot's point of how do they get new players to come and join the game and try jungle out.
yeah, I definitely see your point. It's a little bit rough.
And who knows? Maybe they'll revert some of these changes. We shall see.
I would
All right, back
be
into the
very down for that.
farming, beautiful farming meta we got going on here. I don't know why this has been a thing in League of Legends for a game that should be super easy by an indie company. You'd expect to not have to CS anymore, but
True. That's
they're
why
gonna
I play
change the
jungle and
jungle.
support personally. You don't
Yeah,
gotta
if they're
CS.
gonna if they're gonna change the jungle to make it easier, why don't they change the lanes to make them easier? No more having to last hit, just having to be in range. And you do 20% reduced damage to your own minions. Did you know when League of Legends first came out, it was actual just like Dota where you could kill your own minions?
I did not know that.
Yep.
That's
And
really weird.
it also was originally after they took it out of the game, it was originally still okay to be on Gangplank. It was part of his ability. He could kill his own minions. Getting the flash out of Kale, it does not matter. Volibear is going to ult over, which is also going to force the Kale to ult over. But that's still a kill over to Volibear. For the turret can come back online and try and save that Kale due to the ultimate from Volibear saying, hey turret, I need you to shut down for a second. We have a little bit of a call from IT. Does not matter. Beautiful kill back over there on the Volibear once again. Coming in at 4-1-2 right now. That is a very strong early game Volibear, which is what they want over here. Looks like Yi is now coming down to try and get something going. They do spot the Yi on a ward. Yi does have ultimate, does have ghost. It's not going to matter. He is going to back off.
Good chompers there by the Jinx.
Mhm.
Yeah, as far as it goes, your two hyper scalers on Kitten Grooming service. The Yi is 2-2, is behind on CS, is behind on kills, but he does have a couple kills of his own. Is building towards that Kraken Slayer. Kale is really behind though, and that's, I mean, it's hard to shut them both down. Obviously, like you can't devote resources all around the map. Back is going to be cancelled here. I don't think the fight will turn into much.
No,
Yeah,
there's not
just
much
gonna back
mana
off.
over there on the
So
Lilia. She's just going to back and teleport back in the lane at some point, no matter what.
yeah, the fact
Stalling
that
middle of
Kale's
the map.
behind here though is like really good for Kitten Grooming or for Kathy's Kittens. Like that's
Yes.
exactly
The
what you want.
longer it's going to take this kill to come online, the better. Like just some beautiful farming and trading over here on the bot side. Trying to threaten that Blitzcrank hook when they can. Lily are going to be just trying to shove this wave back into Kale. Looks like Volibear is also here. Kale does not have flash. She does not have ult. Ooh, no slow coming in from the Lilia. Looks like now your Master Yi is coming in. Twisted Fate also popping the ultimate and coming on over. Volibear is going to flash. Still get locked up in the stun, trying to get over to his shield. Does not make it in time. Lily is now running for her life. Master Yi just Qs and walks it back down, getting the damage back onto the Yi, putting some bleed onto him, but he does have the what is that move called? Meditate. Yes, the meditate to heal that back up and sustain the damage from that last turret shot. They're going to be shoving the turret in here and trying to get some gold back over. Beautiful play by Kitten's Grooming Services. Getting a lot of gold back into this, getting the Kale back into the game, giving the TF a little bit of that of the assist gold, what he likes so much. I do like that. That was a very good counterplay, and because now the TF, as I said, is level 6, can do whatever he wants and go wherever he wants. It's a long cooldown on his ultimate, but he is already about 33% done with it to be able to do it again. Now that we've given some love over to the Kale, I wonder if that TF is going to give some love over to the Draven. Big thing that also stops the Draven from coming online, which they have done, is getting the kill and knocking down his stacks. So when he does finally get the kill, it will not be as valued. So
Yeah, Draven without a kill this far into the game is pretty rough. You're not snowballing your lane. The Jinx has more kills
ooh,
than you.
beautiful pull coming out of the Blitzcrank, forcing the flash out of the Draven there. Does not matter, they have the Chomper set up, but the Chompers are not in a position to hold them back. It looks like Rakan is going for the charms, popping the ultimate off onto them. Looks like Jinx is not backing down from a fight, and Volibear is there as well. Blitzcrank gets the knock up, and the ultimate goes down. Rakan goes back in to try and get some damage, and Volibear is also there. Jinx will flash forward and get the kill. Volibear then does stop the turrets, so Jinx does not die to the turret, which is a beautiful double kill over to Hong Baba.
Yeah, what can I say? It's perfect for Kathy's Kittens. Like, it's just really well played. They knew what they had to do to get this game snowballing for them, and they're doing it another pause coming out. It is a mouse issue, not a DoorDash issue, surprisingly for Hunk Baba.
At this point, he does deserve some DoorDash after going into that and getting a double kill out of there, shutting the Draven even more down.
Hopefully we get into game here, but I'm really happy with what I'm seeing so far from Kathy's Kittens, bouncing back from the loss really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just hopeful that they can keep this going through this game and make it a competitive last game. I would love for a 3-game series here. Maybe we get Kathy back with her team. That would be wonderful.
Would Kathy be here if there was a third game?
I believe she might be free, but that is not a guarantee. And if it's untrue, you didn't hear it from me.
Ah, I see, I see, I see.
Yep. Alright, looks like the game will be resuming in now.
You see any R's in chat?
I did see one.
Oh.
Let me pause and play it. This is 15 seconds ago, so hopefully it works.
Oh, okay. Looks like we are good. Looks like the training's coming back into the top side. Kayla is starting to get to that point where she can sustain some damage, but Lilia is also starting to hurt. I do like seeing the Lilia actually being able to play this game now and not just being shut out. You would think that this would be good reset here. I'm glad they don't actually overstay for that dragon because Yi was there with ultimate and they were all pretty low except for the Volibear.
Yeah,
That is a mythic finish for the Volibear and the Jinx.
and the
We do have
Blitzcrank.
and the Blitzcrank. So it looks like there are a total of 5 mythics in the game, 3 on the blue side and 2 on the red side. Draven even more shut out of this game, losing more stacks, which is what you want. This is exactly the way that Kathy's needs to be playing this. They need to be forcing this Draven, this Kale, to lose out on chances of getting ahead and getting these early objectives. Looks like Volibears might be getting met by Master Yi in the jungle. Blitzcrank's also there. Blitzcrank should probably just Hex Tech over the wall. Oh, that's a Smite steal over by the Yi, but does get damage poked down from the Jinx. Does put the ultimate down on the meditation. Is going to be blocking him from that rocket and putting the Yi to sleep by the Lilia. Looks like it does not going to matter. Lilia still falls. The fight is still going on. Lulu has not joined the fight. They will take out the Yi. Now they're looking for the Twisted Fate. Easy. Oh, look at that cleanse from Hong Baba on the double kill.
Ready.
Coming in, putting the Gale Force in, still just tagging more damage, getting lower and lower, and the burn from Red Buff. That is a quadra kill, ladies and gentlemen, for Jinx on Hong Baba.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a 3k gold lead, but that's a 6,000 gold to Hong Baba at less than 13 minutes.
That is a very strong Jinx. This is the win condition. Get the Jinx ahead. Get the Jinx online. With that amount of gold she's taking home right now, it's going to be very, very, very strong Jinx at this point. Shutting the Draven even more out. Kale was not even a part of that fight.
Okay, she doesn't quite have enough to grab the boots and the Phantom Dancer. It looks like she might actually be going for Runons here, which makes sense. You have longer range than everyone on the team, on the enemy team, except for the Kale. So, Runons... Oh, no. Sells it. Is going to go Phantom Dancer, I believe. So, yeah, but picks up the Zeal and the boots, so Jinx is feeling really good right now. Does have that 700 gold shutdown, has to be careful not to give it over to someone, and if you do give it over to someone, probably don't give it to the Kale or the Yi.
It's actually going to be hard to do that, though, when she has to deal with that. But I will say that that cleanse timing on the yellow card was perfect.
Yeah, it was like...
perfect timing.
I would be surprised if it was less than 5 frames off like that. That was just really well played.
I saw the yellow card fly right in and instantly cleansed.
Blitz almost finding the Draven there. A lot of pings coming out.
They're very confused where the Lulu is. Does not matter because Volibear is on the top side. Going to be trying to get this.
I think they were pinging about where the TF was actually. TF pinging that he's on his way top. So is Rakan. They need to be careful.
Flash was used by the Kale and looks like they're going to get some roam out of here. They were spotted on a ward though, so looks like the Volibear and Lilia are going to back off of this point.
Yeah, and this ward right here that we saw, the control ward that was right here in the middle. Very smart ward, because if the Twisted Fate starts roaming top, you will see him, and he does need to get in range. They
Jinx and
do
Blitzcrank are
also
going
have
to
a
be
ward right here, so
Jinx and
really
Blitzcrank are going to be wrapping towards mid lane right now, getting this, catching this wave and being ready for a Rift Herald fight. But Yi and Rakan are in the middle of trying to just fight for a control ward. So it looks like this could be a free Rift Herald over to the blue team. Just kind of what you like to see.
yeah, it looks like there won't be any contests going down here. Makes sense. You're pretty far behind. You want your Yi to just farm up, get some more gold, maybe get something that can deal with the Jinx. Shirelli's purchased for the Rakan. Hate to see it, Rakan getting his mythic before the Draven, but unfortunately Draven just has not been able to get kills and cash in his passive, so makes sense. He is only a level down, but he is about, I would estimate, oh, okay, I was going to estimate 2,000, that's more about like 3,500 gold behind, so.
Looks like the Volibear is going to try and chase down the TF. The TF does get pulled by the Blitzcrank, does not have his flash back up just yet. Hung Baba is also having to deal with the Master Yi, though, and a teleport coming in from the Kale. Volibear is now locked in here. Rakan's trying to get the Jinx caught out of position. Jinx is trying to run for her life and stay alive. It looks like everybody's going to be walking away from this one, and almost another hook by the Blitzcrank.
That hook was so close.
But we will have no deaths, but a beautiful trade of some summoner spells here. Did get the flash from Volibear and the ghost from both the mid laner and jungler from the red side.
Looks like
and
Hong's
just came looks like we're getting the polymorph right here, and Draven is going to almost fall to the Lulu. Lulu pops the ult and just
clean.
The Draven in a 1v1.
What a nice sidestep.
Lulu mid lane.
Kudos to Will there. That was really well played.
Draven is definitely falling out of this game, but the Lulu is definitely online. Looks like Rakan is going to have to W out of here.
Question mark coming out from Will. Love the ult.
There's going to be some vision that Lily is going to clear here in the Riverside. Looks like Dragon is going to be up in the next 30 seconds. It is a Cloud Drake, but the map has not been decided yet what kind of dragon it's going to be. If you were here on blue side right now, what dragon do you want this to be?
Oh, that's a tough question. I mean, obviously Jinx with like Hextech or Infernal is so disgustingly hard to play against. But if you get some more resistances with
I was gonna say water or Hextech or Infernal are really strong. I don't think resistances are going to be good in the E. Ooh, beautiful pull over there. Draven does flash away, but I not think he's getting out of this. Gets the smite put on him.
Down.
Volibear is going to waste the ultimate and chase down the Kale now. Put the damage onto the Kale. Kale still does not have ultimate or flash, so she's going to be taking a lot of damage here. Looks like it's going to be the knock up and a double kill over to the Volibear with Jinx Rocket to put a little more damage on the Kale.
Yeah, nice flash there from the Blitzcrank, securing the knock up and securing that kill for his team.
Looks like Zap is going to slow the Rakan down, but they are still going to be able to get over there with the Rakan having a double dash here. Looks like now she's just poking at the Yi, putting the damage in, forcing them away so that they cannot contest this dragon fight.
Yeah, they were very close to Gale Force kill range there. We'll just have to give up this mid turret. Yeah, the wave is in here, so they should be able to grab this pretty quickly. I mean, Jinx with 2 items and the boots, and one of those items is Phantom Dancer, just takes turrets so quickly.
Yeah, this Jinx is very ahead in this game. Master Yi's trying to farm, and Jinx says, "Hello, Master Yi. Are these wolves yours? Because I do want them."
I can't see her.
Put more and more.
Attack.
Ooh, almost killing the Master Yi there. Looks like the Rift Herald does go down, and Blitzcrank is going to pull the Kale back in. Turret is gone. The fight is beginning. Lilia with a four-man sleep. Four-man sleep. Jinx is now coming in with the poke damage, getting the ignite off onto the Kale. Jinx does not have Rocket just yet, but she is looking to fight, and looks like the ultimate does not matter. She takes turret damage here. Takes turret damage here. It doesn't matter. They are going to be getting an inhib turret here, and it looks like the shutdown does go over to the Kale. Not the champion you really wanted on him, but if somebody's going to get it, I guess.
He autoed the turret there instead of continuing. I think that was an unfortunate A-click there without target champions only turned on.
Can you target the Kale when she's in ult? I don't even think you can target her. I think it was
I'm not sure, but he hit the turret before Kale ulted as he was walking towards him. That's
okay.
just really unfortunate there. That could have been a kill. I don't know if it would have saved him from the turret shot. The turret was basically fully charged up.
They do now have to deal with the strong minions coming in for the inhib being destroyed in the mid lane. Red team now has to try and find the answer. Looks like the Master Yi is starting to get his items going, and Kale with that shutdown is now sitting at 2 items, also getting online a little bit.
Yeah, so you do give over the shutdown to the Kale. but she's still pretty far away from being fully scaled.
And we are dealing with a Draven that still does not have the Mythic just yet.
Yeah, he has built the Dirk early. I think that's a little bit of a misplay. I feel like you would rather. Okay.
It does not matter. Hung Baba is in a bad position here. Going to get everything used on her to try and keep her alive a little bit longer. Lulu then has to take the sacrifice and the blow for it. Blitzcrank's going to get the pull into there. And it looks like, oh, the cleanse does not stop the knockup, even though it was the charm that she was trying to get taken out of the game. Q on for the Master Yi. Master Yi's now going to start getting locked up. And it looks like Master Yi will walk away with his life. And he's even going to put more damage in and get a quadra kill. Ladies and gentlemen, this champion is busted.
Yeah,
that is the comeback they wanted. That is the comeback they needed. That is what is going to keep them in this game here, fighting forward for what they need, getting that shutdown, getting the Hung Papa out of there right away. That is a very strong Jinx, and to take it out of the fight so quickly is what they
just like
need
that,
to do.
the game is basically like even. Like,
Yeah,
with
the gold is literally even now.
With the 1,000 gold shutdown and this fight, I mean, I hope Kathy's mental is still strong. Because
that could be a very big throw there if they are now broken after that and mad at their decision making there. It looks like they are going to be walking towards the Baron, getting a recall in, but they might stop and wait for the Jinx to try and step forward. But Jinx now just getting back
bot
to the
side,
team.
so okay.
Well, I'm just saying for the bait, you know.
No, I know, but if they can grab the Baron here, if they know Yi is bot side, then that would be really good call.
Looks
and they're
like
starting it off.
Start it anyways. Yep, they're going to put the damage, start getting the damage onto there, and they can actually burn through this Baron pretty quickly with having Jinx and Lilia. But Jinx just got there, so they are going to start putting the damage in there. Blitzcrank go for the pull on the Kitten, pulls the Kitten to the pit. Kale's now going to have to just die for that one, not burning the flash, getting the shutdown onto the Lulu. That's okay. We could use some more gold on her to get the Jinx a little more stronger. Honestly, anybody's gold is Jinx's gold. That is the Baron pulled over, and Blitzcrank does miss the second hook.
All right, that was a really good call there. So it looks like their mental is still strong. I'm happy to see it. They were about 5 seconds away from the Yi getting there, so the timing was basically perfect there. And with the inhib and Baron...
Ooh, this is actually, they're going after Draven here. Looks like they have Draven on almost dead rights. They could, honestly, I am surprised that was not a sleepy Draven. Oh, never mind. They're going to pull the Rakan into this, get the polymorph off, get the damage as much as they can, pop it off. Master Yi's coming from the backside, but I don't think Master Yi can even do anything at this point. He has no CC to help him get into that fight and stop anybody from CCing him or locking him up. This could be a beautiful... This could be a beautiful top push right here, and we are going to see top turrets are going to fall one by one. They're going to try and open up a second inhibitor. Master Yi now has to recall and get to his team, maybe get the fight going. Maybe without Rakan they can do something, but without a Master Yi ult, I think they just have to give this inhib here.
Yeah, with Jinx's get excited here, she should be sitting at like 2.5 attack speed. 1.7 actually. So I overestimated a little bit, but that's still really fast. And with the Baron buff and getting 2 inhibs, like, you basically have the bot inhib secured for yourself. Your team will just have so much pushing pressure.
So I'm thinking that as of right now, that one team fight was a fluke. That was a misposition by Jinx, and it's this game is still very favored for Kathy's to win. It's gonna take another misstep out of that Jinx there to make anything happen.
But it looks like
Jinx at this point is playing very safely, just farming the Gromp, saying, "Hey, if you guys fight, let me know. I'll be there, but I'm not gonna stand in a position where I could be the first one targeted."
So Silico is asking what game this is. This is, for those who don't know, is game 2 of losers finals between Kathy's Kittens.
A 1-0 with Kitten Grooming Services having the lead.
So Kathy's Kittens is fighting for survival and for their season.
Silico's in Discord. Sorry about that, Jasper.
Yes, sorry. I didn't see your Twitch message. I just opened Twitch again to be able to moderate that.
Yeah, you could have dropped everyone where you wanted, and no one would have stopped it.
I'm SMHing as well. Hey there, Joey. Hi, everyone.
Oh, I already said hi to Joey. You're late on that one.
Okay, well, I didn't notice, so...
Silico is going to take off from here, just in case anybody has notifications on. So at this point, you're sitting with Extra Dragon, which is going to help you deal with Draven or Kale or even TF. Doesn't do too much in a Twist of Fate. His true damage does just kind of bleed through that, not worrying about it.
Jinx has IE and Lulu has Ardent Sensor, so
this
Jinx is basically online. Like,
yeah, this is a very strong Jinx.
He's so far ahead of everyone in the game.
Let's crank it to pull here. They could force a game end. If they get a pull and kill someone, ooh, it doesn't matter. Volibear's going to ult on over and jump in. Volibear's just trying to put the damage in and try and force the rest of the team back. So even if Rakan engages, it's not going to matter. Master Yi's on the back line. They are trying to stop the Master Yi getting the Jinx, keeping the Jinx alive as much as they can. It looks like Lulu ults herself. The knockup does keep Jinx alive a little bit longer. She sends the rocket in, does a lot of damage to the enemy team. Jinx is going to finish the Yi off. Oh, Blitzcrank does get the kill. Looks like that is a Lulu killing the Twisted Fate. Looks like Lily is going to jump in there, flash, get the damage back into there. Blitzcrank's going to pull. Looks like Draven's going to have to flash away. Everybody is very, very low except for the Lilia. She's pretty healthy. Even Blitzcrank's not too bad, but it does not matter.
They're going to shove. They
are going to shove these turrets down and see what they can do with it. Blitzcrank does have pull back up, and it's going to try something, pull someone into this fight. Jinx is now deleted. Draven is now going to be deleting on the back line and killing.
Oh
my god! That is a quadra kill. Over to the kill.
Not like this, please, Kathy's Kittens. Come on. Open Nexus. You have 2 inhibs. But, that's so much gold over to the Kale. Just completes an item off of that. That's insane. Build from Kale is pretty interesting. I guess your thinking is you don't have that much magic damage. TF is more for utility than damage, so you do some hybrid.
The on hit build is it's actually mainly on hit. I mean, it does have hybrid to it, but it's mainly on hit, so it's going to be still a lot of magic damage. It's just basically what they're going for is that because Draven is not online, it does look like they're going to try and have the Kale be the main auto attack carry for backline. Trying to lead through this Volibear as fast as possible.
She does have that 10 CS a minute again.
Not like this, yeah, I agree. Not like this. It looks like the series could go to Game 3, and it looks like it's favored for that to happen. But we are about to see a level 16 Kale come online who just got a quadra kill. So could this turn into a pentakill?
Yeah.
Actually, as of this point, that is 3 quadra kills we've seen this match so far.
That's true.
Just this game. There's been a quadra kill on Jinx, a quadra kill on Yi, and a quadra kill on Kale.
This is pretty stressful. Considering that you have a 7 turret advantage and 2 inhibs, and you're only 1,000 gold ahead, like that's. The gold goes over to the volley.
I think this next team fight is going to probably decide, and is it going to, I believe, if I'm correct, this is going to be a Baron fight. I don't think this is going to be a free Baron. Having no Nexus turrets, or having no inhibs, and no Nexus turrets, you kind of have to force the Baron here if they try and go for it. But right now they are realizing they're moving to the bot lane, trying to force this turret to come in. So now they have to deal with the larger minions coming from mid and top side, while bot lane is being shoved in by the enemy team here. So they're getting the vision.
On the Yi.
Oh my gosh, that is Master Yi getting ulted. Looks like Master Yi's getting into the fight. That is a charm from Rakan. Everybody's dropping very low on the blue side. Kale is still putting massive damage in. Looks like Draven is also getting a part of this. That is a kill over every single one of the carries. Twisted Fate is now getting in stun on the Lilia, and everybody drops. That is a perfect team kill ace done by the red team here.
5 for 0. And I want to give a special shout out to Dean there. Survives and gets just insane lockdown on the Jinx there. You combo the TF with the Rakan engage and ult, and the Jinx could not move there. The cleanse was about 5 seconds off from coming off cooldown. And, I mean, it's looking pretty dire for Kathy's Kittens here. Like,
luckily, they don't have to deal with too much of a team coming at their base. They do still have all 3 turrets in bot lane, 2 in top lane, and 1 in mid lane. And they still do have supers coming out for the mid lane right now. I think the supers just ended for top side. So they could probably stall this Baron out pretty well. But there's also a dragon up, and I wonder if they're going to throw here by forcing Yi to solo dragon, or the blue team to go take it. Looks like Rocket's going to fly through the map. Yep, Rocket just flew through the map. Jinx is aware that no one is on dragon just yet.
Alright, they're taking the advantage from the Baron, and it looks like they will not be throwing to try to force this drag. That will be soul point over to Kathy's if they can get this, but the gold lead is solidly in the hands of Kitten Grooming Service now. That's a 5,000 gold lead nearly. They have Baron buff.
Very big change. So this is the part where the game comes into team fight for team fight. Baron buff versus 3 dragons killed onto the blue team. This could be this is still at any moment. It's the game decider. Inhibs are now back up completely for the red side. Middle lane is actually spawning right now. You can tell by no super minions in the mid lane. So that one is coming online. They have to decide, are they going to fight this, or are they going to give the inhib back up? Yi is now resetting after clearing out the top side and trying to get into this fight before they lose their inhib. Looks like that is going to be very good with the Baron minions, slowing the blue team down from getting anything going. Looks like Rakan is running in, gets the ultimate popped off. They do stun up. That is the everything missed by Rakan there, but it does not matter. The yellow card from Twisted Fate does stop the Lilia from getting away. Lilia is flat up too. That's a little bit of a sad timer. That's honestly, it could have been summoner spells all around for everybody, but Lilia's was not up for that one.
Yeah, it's rough for Kathy's Kittens here. I mean, you can try to force something and just hope that the Jinx can free fire, but at this point she's so behind. Like, even the Draven has 3 levels up on her. Kale has 4, and with that 700 gold shutdown, 300 gold, or 300 CS in less than 30 minutes, like, Kitten Grooming Service is stronger at this point. It's gonna be really
This was
rough.
the part where we were talking, where the blue side had to make the decision to get the Jinx online and get her going, but then they needed to end the game, and because that did not happen, it got very close, but did not happen. They are dealing with the repercussions of going against a team that has a lot of hyperscaling.
See, I'm not even sure that that was the issue. I think
Ooh,
once
looks
they
like the Blitzcrank's going to get the pull here, and Kale's going to pull the ultimate to try and keep it alive. Also, Rakan's going in, but Jinx on the back line does get the cleanse off. Does barely survive, but it does not matter. The rest of the team is dropping one by one. That is the Lulu dead. That is the Blitzcrank dead. Twisted Fate now gets the ultimate off, gets the yellow card onto the Jinx, and is just stunning. Looks like Volibear's coming back in to try and help kite out for this Hung Baba, but Hung Baba only gets one on the Rakan. Does not matter. Kale and Yi are there to finish that up.
Yeah,
beautiful
just be able
play
to end
by
here.
the Twisted Fate by stopping the Jinx from getting away. Looks like they're going to be chasing for more. Master Yi is going in. Does not matter. Twisted Fate gets the yellow card. Allows the Yi to get right in there. Gets the damage on there. Master Yi finishes up that game. That is game. And that is series, ladies and gentlemen, with a 2-0 victory for Kittens Grooming Services.
Yeah, that was a really exciting game. It was really fun to watch. I'm really sad because I feel like if they didn't push for the inhib, or the Nexus turrets there and just backed off and came back, they could have been able to win, but risky plays lead to risky business, I guess. GG's to Kitten Grooming Service. Excited to see them play us in the finals. It should be a very fun series. I hope everyone comes to watch that. And yeah, do we want to give who do we give MVPs to in this game? It's definitely between Yi and Kale, right? I know you probably want to give it to the TF, but I don't think we can do that.
I can't give it to the TF there. I definitely think TF did throw the cards what the cards were needed, but nothing to actually, thinking about it, that TF ultimate topside did give some. Hold on. That TF ult. No. Hold. But listen, the TF ult topside definitely got that Kale back into the game. But no, that is not the reason for the win. The win here, in my opinion, for the MVP of Game 2 is definitely going to go to the jungler. I definitely think that.
I disagree with you.
You do?
I do. I think it's the Kale. The Yi was dead in that last stand effort to protect the Nexus, and the Kale got the Quadra to save the game.
Yeah, but Kale Draven against 3 people with low health bars, I don't know. That's kind of a given.
But
you know
she
what I'm saying?
didn't die, and the Yi did. So, therefore, the Kale just played better.
But the Kale also is the reason that Baron was also handed over by getting pulled.
That's true. That's
true. I mean, maybe the Kale ultimates I could see being the game swaying here.
All right, Twitch chat, what do you think? Do we have any commenters? If you're on the teams that played, silence.
But overall, I still have to say for MVP of the series is going to go to the mid laner. I think the mid laner impacted the most in Game 1. And I think in Game 2, there was moments that definitely maybe didn't give him first MVP, but is in top 3.
Jacob is saying MVP vote is done, nothing matters. We can just pull in everyone, I guess. So
that's actually true. We could get everybody in here and get opinions from all of them.
So I can't pull anyone, but Dean, if you are watching, could you send us Mason, Michael, and Joel? We'll get
actually before you do that, hold on. Should we speak to Hung Baba first?
I don't want to rub it. If he's okay with it,
no. Yeah, for sure. I don't want to rub anything in here. We could bring in both teams one at a time. I'm down with that too. It is for anybody that isn't 100% aware. This is saying goodbye to now the third place team, Kathy's Kittens. Their drive throughout the entire season was a fight from the bottom. They had a lot of losses in the early season and were having a hard time getting things together. And for those of you that were aware and around for it, got to see the comeback from being at the bottom of the barrel to making playoffs and to fighting to get to where they were today to be the third place team. So beautiful fight out of them. I do not want to take any credit out of them for this loss of a series and end their season here because it was a massive run for them.
Yeah, and it looks like we will be getting Hong here real quick.
Hong.
Welcome.
Hello.
Man, a tough defeat, especially that second game where everything was so close to your win conditions of how you guys wanted to win that game. Um,
Yeah, I just want to
very sad
say,
to see.
like, that was a really fun game to watch. I'm sorry about the result, but just the fact
No,
that you guys
no,
got
it's
to this point,
that game
huge
is definitely
congrats.
like my fault. I actually grouped that game. I grouped it twice. There was I like autoed or I autoed the wrong person. I could have gotten like a quadra kill mid
Yeah, you
lane.
auto the turret, I saw.
And then we could have just ended the game. I think I turned on Kale and I thought I was gonna get a Lulu shield, but I didn't, and I just got one shot.
Oh,
That was the
gotcha.
second mistake. And after that, she got a quadra kill. So I really think that second game was my fault, but it was still really fun, so I don't mind
Yeah.
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
and just a huge congrats even getting to this point. I mean, you guys started off the season tied for last, and to finish the season third is just really, it speaks a lot about your mental and your ability to come together as a team. So I just wanted to say congrats again.
Yeah, going team. I had a fun team, fun time with this team. We were kind of just like leftovers. We basically just pulled like everybody who didn't have a team, but we had a really good time. So I think it was a good.
I got one question before I let you go. But once again, congratulations on making it this far, making the comeback up here to finish in third place. A defeat that honestly we thought we were going to a game three, but things happen as they do. I want to hear a prediction now that we do know the lock-in for Kittens Grooming Services versus Silicats, and Silicats will be starting with a 1 victory on a best of 5. I want to hear your prediction of who you think is going to win and what the numbers are going to be.
Oh, they get a. Oh, interesting.
We get to start with a 1 victory because we never lost in any of the brackets. So instead of
Yeah.
doing double elimination finals, it's just going to be a best of 5 with 1 victory already handed over.
Okay. I think maybe 3-1. I think Silicats will probably win.
Let's
Okay,
go. That's what
okay.
we like to hear. That's what we
Yeah,
like to hear. This
we
is
like
why
to
you're
hear
our
that.
favorite.
Yeah, I think. Oh, Valor's in here. I actually think Valor is the best mid laner I played against. Not
Oh, thank
because
you.
like
Thank you.
he's the most skilled, but I actually think you're not scared of me, which I think is really impressive. I feel like every other mid laner plays really scared, even though I'm really not that good at mid. I don't really know matchups and stuff, and like I can definitely get abused because I don't know the matchups. Um, and then like I think their bot lane is like pretty even. Who's the jungler? Oh, Jonah's been playing really well. And Joey's like super insane. So
Wow,
yeah,
Thank
I
you
you.
have a
Thank
lot
you.
of words for Valor, but not for me. You just say we're even. I see how it is, huh? Yes, mate.
mean, I think you and Scylla go in.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it as a
Actually, you might
compliment
be a
that you
little bit.
think we're even. I think that's definitely a compliment, considering first season and everything. But thank you for coming
I
on.
think like I think Eric has a slightly larger champion pool.
That's
Also, he
fair.
plays Blitzcrank, and Blitzcrank is broken right now.
That's fair.
So I think that, I don't know if you play Blitzcrank, but
I
Blitzcrank
can,
is so broken.
but we'll see. I'm not gonna leak any draft because we haven't talked about that yet. So
True.
nothing to leak. But yeah, again, thank you for
Crank
coming
mid.
on. Congrats.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah,
Good
GG's.
luck
Thank
in
you
GG's.
your
again.
final.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right. Well, let's get the
All right, Kitten Grooming Service. Let's get you in here so we can talk
yeah,
trash at each other for about 5 minutes.
pulling everybody if you want. I'm down to talk to you all. We just have to make sure we're talking one at a time. Dean, that's up to you if you want to pull everybody in or if you want to just send us. I do want your mid laner and I do want your jungler 100%. And even if you want, bring in both top laners for all I care.
I don't want Drago in here. He played Fiora. Get that weak
But
sauce
wait,
out of here.
but I played Fiora mid once.
Yeah, but that's
What is
different.
that
That's
supposed to
Fiora
mean?
mid. That's based as fudge.
Ah, jeez.
Hello.
Alright, hello.
Hello, welcome, and congratulations on a
Hola.
2-0 victory on a series that we thought was
Yeah.
going to third game.
Honestly, okay, I know I gave first blood in both games. I was busy supporting my good friend streaming his Hades run, so that's the reason why I gave first blood both games because I'm
Okay.
just a better friend.
So
Good to know.
we'll definitely eliminate those questions then. But I do want to talk about other than the first blood from both invades. I definitely want to talk about your guys' first composition in game one and what was your thought process and your win cons. I know the Udyr was just a given. You love playing Udyr. If it's not banned, you'll take it.
You're fun champion.
The Ziggs play, I believe, Joel, I think we have seen you on Ziggs before.
Yeah,
I believe I
probably
faced it
second most
before
played
once.
champion.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe I faced it once. I think I was playing Yasuo or Vex or something into that once, so I do remember that one. I do, just real quickly, I love the Twisted Fate. That's my favorite champion of all time. I don't know if you guys heard the backstory.
Oh my god,
I
he's
told
so
it.
fun, dude.
It was the first champion I mained when I first started League of Legends because I watched Faker play Season 3 on Twisted Fate, and I was like, I have to have this champion. But I do love that champion, so I was excited to see that finally picked up and played by somebody. But going into game 2, though, I want to discuss the draft here because as we looked at it, we saw Kathy's Kitten's win condition was Jinx. We knew that the Lulu was going to be getting the Jinx online for fights. It was Blitzcrank to get the hooks. What was your guys' answer to when that Jinx actually started coming online? Because it became try and catch her out, which you guys did do in 2 of the fights to get that comeback. And I mean, there was 3 quadra kills that game. We had Kale get one of them, Jinx get one of them, and Master Yi get one of them. So it was definitely a bloodbath. But as Jinx was coming online, as the Draven was shut out, what was your guys' thoughts? What was your mental? What were you guys going to be doing to try and get this game to turn back around in your favor as you did?
To be honest, we were sort of just like, all right, we give all the resources to Kale and we pray. We pray,
Yeah.
pray. I was
pretty much it.
itemizing exclusively for the Jinx as well with the Randuins and the Ninja Tabbies as well, or the plated steel caps. Both have like super good value here in this game. Just like making sure the Jinx can never one-shot me off on the opens of the fight, so I can like ghost and ulti get on top of her, chain the get in position for the Rakan to E towards me, and then chain like knockups, ultis, just hurl everything at the Jinx and pray it sticks. Basically, was our game plan. Michael had a couple of clutch ults. I have to shout him out here. I'm sorry.
No,
He
I agree
ulted
with
me
you.
like
I think he's
3
MVP.
times and kept my dumb ass alive from getting hooked from the Blitzcrank hook. My goat, my MVP on God.
No, I mean, I'm with you there.
Yeah, we're not.
Valor
we're
wanted
not
to give it to
disagreeing.
you, but
Yeah.
They might not
no.
should be in
No.
here.
Valor wanted to give it to Joel. First off, game 1 Ziggs was intense. There was so many times
Thank
where
you.
that C4 and your bomb placement stopped them from getting in to where they needed to be.
Oh,
There
yeah,
was so many times Victor thought maybe he could blow someone up. You C4 interrupted, and then Victor was getting deleted by everybody else. And it was like there was just a lot of clutch moments with that Ziggs play and the split pushing. I mean, we all know how strong Ziggs is at taking turrets. It was just like not only was it a good champion in your hands, but you knew the exact way you needed to play it in team fights and in split pushing, and that was just beautiful to see.
I think he also set me up for like a lot of ganks too. Like
sure.
I remember distinctly, like I think Victor was trying to get away and he satchel charged someone into my Udyr stun. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was so clean.
It was
beautiful.
A lot of good synergy that game for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't want to take too much credit.
no, take
for
credit,
sure.
man. You deserve it.
Take credit,
sure.
bro.
Are you-
You're the goat.
Are you still allergy
Don't
gaming?
worry.
Like,
So we did get, I don't know if you guys heard the predictions out of Hong Baba. We did get predictions for Hong Baba, how he thinks the final is going to go. Seeing as how there are members from both teams in this call, we will rat out Hong Baba here. And he did predict that Silicats will win 3-1 in the finals.
3-1? We're getting sweeped? No way.
no, we start with a win,
No,
bro.
we start with the
Yeah,
win.
that means
Yeah.
we're getting sweeped.
No,
No,
that means
you'll get one.
You get one.
win.
Okay.
You'll win one
So
game
wouldn't it
and
be
then we'll take
3-2?
over.
Or no?
No, because we start with one
Oh
victory.
yeah, I'm stupid. I
So
can't
we're
math,
winning
bro.
3-1.
That has escaped me tonight. Okay.
So
That's my bad.
So what is your guys' prediction for the finals?
Joel, you can go first. Go for it.
Well, 3-1, right? Just the other way around.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
okay.
love the confidence.
You think you're gonna 3-0 us with us just having a 1 victory? Okay.
That's based.
Well, we
I'm
have-
actually
we
gonna.
have to
I'm
have
gonna
some
say.
confidence, right?
I'm gonna
Whatever.
say. For I guess I'm like the boring person. I'm gonna say it's a full house. We're gonna go the 9 yards for this final series.
Silver
It's gonna
scrapes would be sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
right,
game
no.
5 here on God.
Oh,
That's
wait,
all
I
right.
have to give
Alright.
but I'm an unbiased
Yep.
caster. I can't give it
You
an
have
opinion.
you have to give a prediction
Okay, it's
on
3-0, easy peasy.
Let's fucking go. I'm excited, man.
I'm with no
I'm
here.
so hyped for the run
Oh
back.
yeah,
I'm
this is
not
gonna be
lie.
really fun.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. You guys are at least guaranteed for at least second place.
Wait. You can't fool us.
Honestly,
You still
one
need
of
to
my
give a
favorite
prediction,
seasons.
Valor. What is this?
I just said I agree with you. 3-0.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank
We're
you.
end- we're ending this
Okay,
in
we
2
like
games.
that.
We're ending this in 2 games.
Okay.
Gonna be a little bit boring
My
for the
kind of
viewers, so
casters
I
right here.
apologize in advance, guys.
No, I think it'll be a good series. I definitely think it could be very
yeah.
back and forth. We've already proven that to each other in the playoffs. I will not count the normal season, but we will say in the playoffs we have shown that it can be very one-sided or it can be very close in all 3 of the games we've played against each other. So
All
Very
right.
I'm
excited.
confident that this will at least be the best series I've ever played in.
Okay, I'd love to.
Yeah,
I'd love to
it'll
hear
be
that.
fun.
I think for everybody that is watching still, that is aware, we don't have the date yet, but when it is announced, it needs to be saved. Tell your mother, tell your grandmother, tell your sister's cousin that's 7 states away. Let them know the finals is gonna be a banger.
It really will be. I'm
yeah.
excited, man.
All right, guys. Congrats and GGs.
Thank you.
See you when we see you, and thanks everyone for coming out and watching.
See ya.
So yeah.
Dan Udia.